really need to lock in on being able to get in those close-hand positioning. We really need to work on getting all that information and making sure that Ethan is just playing the best he can when he is on that Sky and on that Taeho. And I really think that Waylay is probably going to change. I think we're going to see a change on the Deadlock too. So that's why I went with NRG. Yeah,
I would definitely say we have a matchup between two teams with brilliant strategists. It's going to be exciting, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. But that being said, we're going to go ahead and talk to Dan's landlord. VCT America starts right now.
Now KRU are in the prime position here.
What? What? 2 in a row? No! 2 aces in a row for KRU!
I really don't know. I don't have a single read on how KRU is as a team. I've never played against Les or Sadak in a match. A player that caught my eye before was Dante as well. I remember he was a very, very good Neon player, so it's going to be an interesting challenge for us.
Watch party time
and he's one of the
of
best
VCT
for quite some time.
चलो अमेरिका चलो ये ओ भाई क्या दिख रहा हो बंदा है आज हाँ अमेरिका का पाशा और यो भाई देखो चैंपियंस को क्या बोल रहे सुनते आओ अरे अरे अरे
But it was so long since the roster got announced and since finally they were able to play this first match in Americas. What I like the most about them is the flexibility in the way that they're playing. Even if they're up a few rounds, they're always switching it up. They're always changing the tempo. They're always catching every single team off guard. And also, it is something that you should be expecting with all the time they have to
play. सोने जा रहा हूँ good night बोल दे अबे सोने क्यों जा रहा मेरे भाई have a black coffee and get on the stream baby.
And on top of that, extremely experienced. You have so much talent on that stage for KRU Visa. It is absurd, honestly. And on top of that, you also have a lot of young talent as well that is coming into this team and growing and getting even better. Speaking of, we have an opportunity to catch up one of those players. Dante is Elizabeth standing by.
Here with Dante from KRU Visa and Dryad, help out with some translations. Now, you got a huge win over Sentinels last week with a full KRU roster. What's it going to take this week to defeat the current world champions, NRG?
Individualmente me siento bastante bien, me siento confiable, siento que tuvimos una semana muy buena de entrenamiento. El partido contra Sentinels creo que nos dio como un empujón, como un subidón así como de wow, realmente podemos estar compitiendo en este nivel contra estos jugadores, contra estos equipos. Entonces yo creo que confiar en lo nuestro, en lo que venimos haciendo y ver qué sucede.
Individually, I feel really good. I feel really confident. I feel like we did really good in that series, and also we have been doing pretty good in scrims.
Yo, shut up, good.
I feel like that's.
मैं पीछे था लम्मा मैं पीछे था मैं जमन हितो रसा चेमन हितो रसा चेमन हितो रसा चिचिकालो
but they are so good with their mechanics. It's just a matter if they can translate that into the game.
Something I want to note real fast in that hype video leading into it, Mata, his words were, I don't have a read on what KRU wants to do. Why? Because he had never faced off against Sadak in the less before. Ethan has, you know, like some of these other players in the region has, but you know, when Sadak and Les were away, that's when Mata made his debut. So as we take a look at this series layout here, Lotus split as well as Pearl for the decider. Curious to see how that plays out.
This is, I feel like, what we expected based on that first week. KRU looked amazing on Lotus. We talked about it. Also,
Red Bull की फुटबॉल टीम की जर्सी है
once again.
भाई ये इतने सारे क्यों बने हुए हैं मेरे में चैट कोई मुझे बताओ दो बना के दो ना भाई चुपचाप
Well, it's going to be the test. Are they going to bring the changes? Are they going to continue to bring the develop for energy? We don't know.
You know what?
₹2 की जो कॉफी आती है ना वो
I may be crying in the corner in the back, but they do like to fix their mistakes, and I think both these teams have such a solid understanding of how they want to play.
वो वाली कॉफी है ना ₹2 की वो पूरी है ना डाल देने की भाई दो डाल देने के भाई साहब दिमाग जो खुलता है.
Second map that put them on match point, and then we remember it was a little bit of a comeback from Fnatic. They were able to put
तो भाई चुपचाप आज मैच देख लेते हैं फिर कल मैच है मुंबई इंडियंस का वो भी गुजरात टाइटंस के साथ तो कल वापस चड्डी निकलने वाली है मुंबई की. Let's go.
Play style that they had against SEN, where they were allowing them to use all their util and being able to just re-clear, and we are going to see the same comp come out, which I think makes a lot of sense.
Good comp.
Because they had so much success. The way they were playing was so calm too, taking a lot of that re-clearing into their own hands mid-round, knowing exactly exactly when and how to rotate.
आरसीबी हार गई यार, आरसीबी तो कल हारी ना, वो भी क्रेजी मैच थी ना भाई, आर पार दिया। मैं तभी बाहर था, कुछ तो टेलर के पास गया था। आज का आरआर जीती हारी चैट।
Composition that just universally works great on Lotus.
It is really good, of course, for Mata playing the Neon. I think this is great.
रिंकू मारा, KKR जीती ना आज।
Composition for both of them that works the most. What I'm the most interested in.
ओए क्या मैप है, क्या सीन? It is time for the champions, baby. चैंपियन लोग पहला मैच हारे ना उनका, किसके अगेंस्ट हो? लाउड के अगेंस्ट हारे क्या? ओए चैंपियन लोग।
All right, well, Riot Games Arena, let's wake up on this Sunday, shall we? Get ready for our first match of the day.
Furia के अगेंस्ट 2-0 आ रही है बे।
Noise for Mimi and Ender.
Okay, Pearl और Split हारी है।
I got my big yawn out of the way, and now it's time for some power and energy. And wake up to the great match coming your way. The crew especially took on Sentinels last week. Oh, here was the first match.
कल डीमन 1 का फिनिशिंग क्लच कैसा लगा? परसों था वो।
But this is a big test against NRG.
डीमन पाशा गेमिंग वाइटी।
भाई
भाई नेक्स्ट नाइट मार्केट ऑफलाइन करोगे क्या? पता नहीं ना, डिपेंड करता है कब आएगा वो।
1-0. NRG started off with that week 1 loss. Will be important for them.
Darling,
We'll see as the course of the day
amazing
goes how they adjust coming in. But to get a win today and avoid falling down 0-2, we've already seen that. Have some strong teams here like G2 yesterday. And it'll be NRG starting things off into a Mata wasting no time at all. Prancing about waiting for someone to show their hand.
राउंड चालू होने से पहले।
They're very fast on this rotation already. The
सदाक
entire
भाई
crew here ready
अकेले
to
वो नाइफ यूज कर रहे पूरे वैलोरेंट में, कोई नहीं जिंदगी में वो यूज कर रहा। What a stun that is.
They're just carving at the moment. Quickly equalized by NRG as the door closes once
तो
again.
भी डोर पे तीनों इधर, माँ कसम।
Has to fall. 2 players in his eyes. MW Zera, beautiful for 2. Now Brock with 20 HP. Put into the corner.
Thought that was a collide,
chat. Crew to take the round.
Yeah, if less
Nice t-shirt. Hey,
sidesteps
thanks,
a little
mate.
more to his left
Thanks,
there,
mate.
that would have been a lineup. But not to be this time.
भाई वो पापा के सामने पाशा बोल दिया तो मीनिंग बताओ लाला। क्या? वो पापा के पीछे सामने पाशा क्यों बोल रहा है?
It was very rare they were actually early fighting for this space. Instead,
अरे पाशा बोले तो भाई तू एकदम पाशा है यार, मतलब तू एकदम बादशाह, एकदम प्लेयर है, गेमर है। भाई मैंने दाढ़ी थोड़ी कम की, क्या मस्त लग रहा हो अभी।
I think one of the things that impressed me on this map for Crew was how Silence dominates his side of the map.
Crew की जर्सी बढ़िया है, हाइट है, इतनी भी बढ़िया नहीं है।
By playing more passively when he doesn't have support, or will often take some forward lines. Here we go.
चल भाई नीचे मारा।
Mata, who had
बकी लेके आया था क्या?
some attempt to try and get into the site. The rest of the team was stuck behind the wall, and now as they filter in, Silence is still here waiting for it. That's called 4 players in to support him.
क्या टीम बना के लाए बे क्रू वाले।
NRG just sort of trapped
लेस
here.
भी है भाई इसमें।
Tickled by the mollies, and now
टिकल बोले तो
this Crew fully contained, and Screw is going to make a quick dash over towards A.
Kiko will pick up the bucky.
अरे माँ, एक मारा किको फिर भी। वही प्लांट मिल रहा है भाई, क्या बात है NRG, क्या बात है। NRG का फुल फॉर्म क्या है? NRG का फुल फॉर्म है नो राइट गेमर्स। उनमें कोई राइट गेमर नहीं है, सब लेफ्ट गेमर है, क्योंकि सब लोग लेफ्ट हैंडेड है। इट इज अ वेरी रेयर टीम इन दिस एंटायर वर्ल्ड जिनमें सिर्फ लेफ्ट हैंडेड प्लेयर्स हैं।
NRG flush out the site, or get flushed out of the site rather. As Crew come in.
Yeah, wasn't much left to flush with Scuba's HP.
Certainly not. Now,
मतलब
I do
आप
think it's
पाशा
important to
नहीं
see
हो
how
रहा है।
NRG react to Crew's rotations on the map, because Crew's calling, I thought, was excellent in that previous matchup. They had the reads almost all the time, and a lot of that's going to come down to how effective NRG's lurks can be at getting information.
आज दो कॉफी तो पी लेंगे, चैट क्या बोलते हो? दो कॉफी तो पी लेंगे आज। ओए चैट मैं एक जेन्युइन चीज पूछ रहा हूँ, सुनो मेरी बात। अब भी क्या हुआ, मैं कॉफी बनाने के लिए पानी गर्म करने के लिए पानी यूटेंसिल में डाल रहा था, ठीक है, और वो जो भांडा है वो थोड़ा सा ऐसा हो गया, तो पानी है ना थोड़ा सा गैस के ऊपर गिर गया। तो मैंने गैस जब लगाया तो गैस एक साइड से जला ही नहीं और एक साइड से जल गया, क्योंकि पानी गिरा था उसके ऊपर। क्या वो फिक्सेबल है या गया वो क्या?
have the guns now. It's a different setup for crew. 3 players
जित से बताओ.
up in mid while it's Sawdock trying to stall out this.
Oh my God, मारा
He was paranoid. Did not matter.
क्या बात है? Buy round.
Ready for this walk
Nice.
down up B. Very good control out from NRG. Although Dante will get the kill. He'll have to move back and join up with his team.
Normal है. अच्छा ठीक है. खुद के साफ हो जाएगा. अच्छा. टेंशन आ गया. Mada got in still.
1 HP on Mada.
Oh भाई flawless निकाले. नहीं.
High octane gameplay. That's what Mada's given us.
High octane gameplay.
It's an interesting idea out from crew, but Mada didn't even flinch in the midst of that.
तो मतलब जिंदा है ना, हाँ फिर ठीक है. ऑटोमेटिक सुबह तक ठीक हो जाए. हाँ फिर ठीक है. मेरे को लगा अभी काम 25 होएगा मेरा.
Great little crossfire setup.
Bro, Mada played it so well, baby.
They will.
Mada Gaming YT channel.
Very good punish onto Sawdock that round. I think he got a bit gritty after getting blinded, sticking around there. You see here, insta-flash, he's trying to TP away, but it's just a little bit too late. Scuba is going to be the most important player in this half for NRG because of what we're talking about with how proactive crew is at pushing the opposite side that they're pressured and how willing they are to take those brawls. Means your extremity player has to be on point, has to get those punishes like he did in round 3.
Well, last time it was just an Omen on Mount.
भाई मिलना हो गया मेहमानों से. कैसा रहा सब? अबे बहुत बढ़िया. रील बनाएंगे भाई.
Exchanged and the spam out from Brock.
देखो अभी जितने जन है ना उन लोग को बता दूं मैं कि घर में मेरे क्या चल रहा है. कोई ये राउंड के बाद माड़ा मचा रहा है, उसके राउंड के बाद बता दो.
And this mount fight goes completely awry for crew. There's still some utility behind it, but they've been forced out of the space entirely.
Silence is still here as you tell up, but NRG
माड़ा मचा रहा है भाई. अरे मां 3 जन मर गए बे माउंट पे. हां सुनो. तो
kind of surprising. Usually you lose the pistol in round 2 and you're the team that's slower to unlocking your ultimate. You can see Brock already has his. Scuba's just one off now.
बोलते हुए आंसू आ रहे भाई.
That comes down to the fact that NRG have done well to try and get plants down.
तो इसलिए भागा दौड़ चल रही है घर में बहुत.
A clean previous.
शादी वाला घर है मतलब.
Just fully grouping back together with 4 players to advance into
मेरे लाइफ का क्लोज ऐसा फर्स्ट वेडिंग है. बहुत चीजें नहीं है मेरे लिए. मैंने कोई ऐसा वेडिंग कभी पहले ऐसा क्लोजली देखा नहीं है. तो ये फर्स्ट ऐसा फर्स्ट टाइम है मेरे लिए. तो बहुत एक्साइटमेंट है, बहुत क्रेजी फीलिंग है. हैप्पी हूँ भाई. आपका बड़ा भाई आपसे हाँ जो आते रहता है पीछे कभी-कभी.
Yeah, it puts a lot more pressure on Mada to actually win the one-on-one on site because oftentimes it will just be silence holding down the fort.
उनके फोटोज वगैरह मैंने अब तक ऐसे शेयर नहीं किए.
तो उसको क्लोज ही रखना है. Get a timing through, you all jump in, or as you're saying with the Omen, you go for those teleports too. There are some layers you can add, but
तो इसलिए मैं मम्मी को भी बोला हूँ कि भाई इंस्टाग्राम पे तेरे डालना नहीं फोटोज, पब्लिक देख लेगी. मम्मी बोलती है पत्रिका डाल देता हूँ. मैं बोला एड्रेस दिख रहा है उसमें मत डाल.
But that all matters a little bit less when the game is just getting flipped on an early fight.
डालूंगा मैं अच्छे से उनके फोटोज डाल.
बहुत खुश हूँ, बहुत प्यारे दिखते हैं. Second time they've been punished here.
फुल अभी गाँव गए थे तो उसके लिए गए थे. मतलब जतरा भी था हमारा.
Yeah.
ओए मैच बहुत क्रेजी चल रहा है. रुको मैच देखते हैं. माड़ा बहुत मचा रहा है. डेंजर. कब है शादी? बताऊंगा आराम से.
Revolutionary from the IGL of the year last year.
मेरा भाई 25 ही है.
Really figuring things out, and it looks like we might need to figure something out.
Sota boy है, Sota boy.
It was too revolutionary, the idea. Yeah. Ethan must be silenced. No one can find out how strong Neon is with the judge.
2 साल बड़ा है मेरा भाई.
It's true. See how long this one's gonna take.
You got any theories? I saw Scuba.
तो आज उनके घर वाले आए थे तो इसके वजह से आज सिर्फ एक ही स्ट्रीम किया.
I was going to, you know, take the tune instead to talk a little bit.
Next in line हर्ष भाई नहीं, मैं इतना जल्दी नहीं करने वाला रे.
A preview of the future.
Okay.
I would love to just see Mada 1-for-1 the Neon into their Pearl Comp.
अपने को टाइम है बड़ा, अपने को और बहुत टाइम.
I think that he's one of the players, in my opinion, that when he was playing solo Waylay, remember, everyone else was playing Waylay Yoru. He had great intuition of how to.
Francis Neon खेला आज हैं? तो डैम भी क्या खेला तभी? ओए भाई, जिंजी को वन साइड आ रहा है वे नॉन्गशिम वाले? साला मतलब DRX क्या खेल रही है बे ये बार? DRX का एम लग रहा मतलब आ?
Waiting for your team and then taking that opportunity to then follow up. That kind of ping pong is really tough to hit.
Damn me, Phoenix खेला what? कौन से मैप पे? कौन से मैप पे?
Mata can rise to that level with more and more time on this agent.
Yeah, I mean we saw him rise level on Waylay.
25 तक कर ले वरना 30 में टकला हो जाएगा. नहीं मेरा तो प्लान यही है कि टकला होने के बाद शादी करूंगा. पूछो क्यों? क्योंकि टकला हो जाऊंगा ना उसके बाद भी अगर कोई पसंद करेगा वो होगा ट्रू लव ब्रो.
That back in the day, but we are jumping back into round 5. Things are all tied up, and well, KRU carried over a couple of guns from the last round, but it's a bit broken out from them. NRG have 5 players right on the other side of this wall, and KRU can be well aware of that fact now.
Yeah, similar setup. We're off pressure. They could go for a re-clear play, but this time NRG just put that pressure and look to back away. They don't leave an embed though.
No, choosing to stay grouped together. Maybe as a result of knowing the buy is going to be a little bit off kilter out of KRU. And truthfully, if they want to just commit the ultimate into it, they could go ahead and do that. That Vi's ult, that is. Silence has stepped up, but is pinged out by a flash. That's what you'll see when the other team is stacking towards A. He'll take the forward line.
Only KRU will marry him then.
Over. They're getting exploited now.
Yeah, this is good. KRU, they're very fast to rotate off that presence, especially their Neon Dante. Is almost always going off the first piece of information. Here they toy with them a little bit, bait out the re-clear, and now go back into A, which is presently pretty open.
Well, Dante has moved in. Backside has some support behind it, but not the big guns just yet. These players getting tagged up by utility, turning their heads around. Mata already strikes his down.
भाई उधर लॉन्ग पे ब्रॉक खेल रहा है मर गया मां कसम लिस मार रहा है भाई
all of a sudden KRU have a chance to play this round
गन्स आ गए उनके पास
17 HP though
सदाक के पास तो ओडिन आ गई है भाई
unless Sada can do something he's picked up an Odin on the other side teleports away as less falls and
इको राउंड था ना शायद KRU का वैसे बढ़िया लगेंगे साथ में दोनों क्लच भाई विल बी वाइफ आप क्यों क्लच भाई के बच्चे मस्त अबे चुप बैठोगे
Sonic will see what he can do. Players ready to swing on the vision. Doesn't even need the help. Kiko delivers the fatal blow.
Nice push-pull in that round from NRG. Something they've always been great at. I think that if you look back in history at some of the times where Ethan was previously playing on this map, this has always been a...
Oh, nice reveal.
Loves these kind of maps.
Lineup बताओ उसका. ये बटाटा था ये ऐसे ही lineups करती है.
In stage 1, so
and you know what? I like it.
Yeah.
Let's expose some people. Let's reveal the truth. What's actually going down?
Off-screen whiff. Now we're showing that.
Like we're watching whiffs even there too.
Yeah.
I'm out by KRU.
KRU's gonna call a timeout and work through the intricacies of how to clap 2 hands together.
फोटो दिखा दे 300 लोग हैं बस कोई लीक नहीं करेगा नहीं भाई नहीं भाई मैं देखो मैं ना वो सब में थोड़ा मानता हूँ ठीक है ना एंड ठीक है बाकी हूँ मैं शायद मैं खुद के बारे में नहीं मानूंगा बट अपना भाई के लिए तो मानता हूँ भाई तो इसलिए मैं क्लोज रखता हूँ भाई भाई लेस बहुत तगड़ा प्लेयर है यार
Yeah, honestly, NRG have just been
जर्सी कहाँ से ली Red Bull ने दी है bro
later into rounds where they're just winning out.
तो भाभी स्ट्रीम पे नहीं आएंगी अबे लेके आएंगे ना बादशाह मजे करेंगे शादी के बाद भाई को और भाभी को स्ट्रीम पे लाएंगे और उनके मजे लेंगे आपकी शादी कौन से हुई I love you पहले कौन बोला आप इसको कैसे मारती हो चप्पल से
on the entry. He has 5,500 in the bank for just one off of the ultimate. And also, maybe having a read that KRU like to invest in the light armor makes the judge pack way more of a punch.
Content ka bhuka.
I like the setup too. You know your opponent's going to be thinking of other things, so you just send it.
That's a scouting ultimate setting up for Mata. He was trying to capitalize off of that one if someone was revealed. What ends up meaning is he can go for it, slick through the wall.
Bro, Mata kya to bhi maar raha hai judge aur इससे Neon से abuse कर रहा भाई वो KRU जमा हो गई अब क्या करेगी
It's any pressure on the other side. Difficult, this Viper's pit.
वो देखो रॉक ओडिन लेके खड़ा है बेशरम उधर। ये बेचारा स्पैम कर रहा है साइलेंट, ये साइलेंट होने वाला है।
Over to silence. Even if they can win in sight, there's still Brock and May. There's still the Neon tucked into blue.
Oh, they are saving this. Bro, Crew is saving this already. I feel.
Trying for this one. Really, 2 players now go into the site,
wow.
but it's a last
Brock
second steal
pop kiya.
As soon as Crew tried to do anything in
ये देखो ना ये बेशरम। अबे ये जट से मारे जा रहा है, मारे जा रहा है।
Great change up from NRG at the timeout.
Kiko मर गया।
Conditioning this slower style day. Speed things up. Get a really quick
अरे
hit
अरमान
on
उसके सिवा कुछ लिख लेना तो पढ़ूंगा।
this judge is finding is insane.
मैं अगर 2 लड़की शादी करे एंड डिवोर्स हो तो एलिमनी कौन लेगा? जा पूछ क्या?
Touches a player blue off with that slide.
And that judge's damage is highly variable.
Sure.
It's fair, but with light armors there, you can see that's
डांस
just
परफॉर्मेंस
one
जरूर
pump
करना।
kill.
ओए हाँ यही पूछना था,
Sliding
चाहे
in
डांस
at
करने
not
वाला हो
even
ठीक है
point
ना
blank
भाई की
range.
शादी में तो गाने वाने सजेस्ट करो, थोड़े कुछ रील्स भेजना ठीक है। और भालू अरेंज करना है बे, मेरे को ना सुंदी में भालू अरेंज करना है। भालू नहीं वो गोरिल्ला है ना, गोरिल्ला, वो गोरिल्ला अरेंज करना है बे बारात में। हमारे ना फैमिली में एक बच्ची है, तो मेरा प्लान ये है कि गोरिल्ला बुलाएंगे और वो बच्ची को डराएंगे। अरे माँ क्या पुश किए।
For 2.
That works. That is crazy for Crew.
NRG are now pinched back into C, where there's all of this utility. Still holding it down. Mata and Brock get into the site, but see how cautiously Silence plays. When he knows he has a big advantage, he takes it very timidly.
And this is a dream now for Crew. They already have players.
गोरिल्ला का कांटेक्ट है मेरे पास, भेजना बनता है, भेजना मुंबई में भेज।
But Ethan gets a pick.
That could be a problem. Silence will take one
ये
player
देखो
down.
अभी ये माड़ा इतना 2 किल देगा क्योंकि ये अल्ट बहुत बेकार है।
Worried about a flank now, slides on through, catches him on the reload, doesn't matter, Sadak again
1v4
gets the job done.
सब लो है, never
mind. I feel like every single fight there looks like NRG should have won, but somehow
someone wrote neon cosplay in
I
शादी।
need to see how Sadak got those kills in spawn initially. I feel like they got away with murder this round. Just a stun slide.
भेजो ना प्लीज, मेरे को इंस्टाग्राम डीएम करना ठीक है, भालू कांटेक्ट।
So well there. It's a really risky play to commit that deep that early. See the smirk come across his
Spider-Man
face.
मत भेज, गोरिल्ला भेज, गोरिल्ला। गोरिल्ला अचानक 12 आदमी एंट्री मार देना चाहिए, सबकी फट जानी चाहिए भाई साहब।
One plan there in that last round, that was run him down. Go, go, go. Pays off, but
ultimate
look, back to the judge again.
You know, he's been known as such a great opera on the waylay. Maybe he'll become the best judger on Neon.
We'll see. See how long he's allowed to keep doing that. Quickly prances over, clicks the switch on the door. NRG already into it. And now the Nightfall too. MW just trying to scurry on out.
Good stun. Oh my god. ये देखो ना भाई, ये देखो. What is this control, bro? What is this control? This freaking idiotic agent.
Up. There's alert going down in mid as well.
अरे ब्रॉक आ गया है, ब्रॉक काका।
They have no idea.
उधर वॉल नहीं डाली है? अच्छा सी पे वॉल डाली है। Oh my god काका।
And it's coming at a bit of a delay. Crew are taking their sweet time. Steel guarded now to catch out everything.
ब्रॉक मार दिया एक बंदे को।
Now Crew have to worry about their 6 as well as what's exactly in front of them. Crew
oh my
into
god.
the thick of it.
Sadak
gets another. Sadak delivers once more. Great shots from him, back-to-back rounds, but it's not over just yet. Kiko puts down some fire on the spike, but Silence is holding it down.
Wow.
He falls. Sadak gets a third. Kiko pushed into the corner.
Bro, Sadak back-to-back rounds, bro.
Is good for the job.
So much of the excitement around Sadak coming back.
सोना भूल गए क्या?
Where he would mold this team.
कॉफी पी लिया हूँ, पागल हो चुका हूँ.
Out of young players around them. I think we've brought how sick he can be individually.
Bro, I love coffee, bro. I love
in
coffee.
In that Sentinels game, he was on.
मजाक भी नहीं कर रहा भाई. Black coffee is the real shit.
Into a 4K in this one, taking over.
ओए सुपर स्ट्राइक बेबी भाई मेरे पास इस दुनिया का बेस्ट माउस है, लेकिन मैंने वैलोरेंट अब तक इस पे 2 बार खेला है सिर्फ.
The retake protocol was great from Crew, and I think something they're doing well in all of their retake rounds is they're constantly rotating players through B. On their A retakes, they're re-pushing into B.
चलो कल वॉच पार्टीज नहीं है, आराम से सोएंगे. 4 बजे उठेंगे, 4 से 6 स्ट्रीम करेंगे, फिर वर्ल्ड ऑफ टैंक्स खेलेंगे, फिर रात में मेंबर्स ओनली स्ट्रीम करेंगे। भैया भाई उनके कोच की रैंक क्या होती है? जो इनके भाई जो कोचेस होते हैं ना, उनकी रैंक्स यूजुअली कम होती है।
NRG now and you've seen those looks come in, you've seen those patterns start to develop, you now call the timeout. What are you looking at moving forward to these last 4 rounds?
किसी दिन मेरा रैंक असेंडेंट हुआ तो मेरे संग खेलोगे? Sure bro.
I think that getting either Brock or Scuba embedded into a front B position is going to be really strong.
Wow, crew वाला कितना passionate लग रहा है बंदा, देखना।
Yeah, I like when they're fighting
पागल
up
हो रहा है वो
there.
तो।
I also think that
Let's go भाई, हाई एनर्जी उनकी। और ये माड़ा बेशरम इंसान, अरे गनविन ले ले, पदोड़े, टट्टी खाएगा मेरी।
Well, the early setup here indicates a different idea.
नाचे जा रहा है, नाचे जा रहा है, जज से मार रहा है।
Chance to leave an embed, like you were saying, over towards A and work the rest of the map. We'll see how things develop for NRG.
It's crazy. I don't think Mana has bought a rifle all half.
Exactly.
Still on that judge.
There is no rifle bot. Look at him, bro.
To take A lobby again.
And the opening is fairly similar, right? Switch tapped, and they're just into tree once more. This time, Crew have nobody home.
What is his cam chat? Mada ka cam. Okay.
Last time Mada went all the way up the rope. Might have ideas to do the same, and they actually hold the orb.
Ethan का cam देखो, Ethan का cam देखो जल्दी।
Let's just listen and figure out what they're doing.
Fisheye नहीं लग रहा था वो।
Trying to wrap outside right now. Okay. They're heavy stairs again. Same retake, guys. Same exact retake.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Same exact.
I can block mid. I can block mid.
Okay, I hear you. Okay, one way scoot soon.
I'm just jump spotting.
No, smoke and 10. One way scoot, one way.
When I'm in. Stun. In tree.
Wow, Dante.
I'm sliding on scoot.
Nice. One more outside.
Oh, big kill by Mada.
Walk heaven. You will play.
Walk heaven का कॉल दिया वो।
Was gonna do.
वॉल के साथ टाइमिंग हो गया। अरे कैसे वॉक हेवन करता, गंदा कॉल दिया, जो भी कॉल दिया।
Another really nice retake there from Crew.
I guess लेस अगर वॉक हेवन नहीं करता तो मार सकता था नीचे वाले को। भाई ये डांटे स्पैम में एक और मारा। Oh my, look at him. ब्रॉक भी 2 मारा वैसे तो। चल 9 बजे काम में जाना है, सो जा पाशा। सदाक भाई का तो ग्लो अप हुआ है। आज क्लच की मैच में चीटर डिटेक्टेड। हाँ बताया मेरे को क्लच भाई ने। क्लच भाई बोले उसने वैनगार्ड बन चालू किया रहेगा, इसी वजह से हुआ। आई होप वही रीजन।
Now NRG are going for the 3rd time running this round back.
वापस से ही जाना है, वापस से ही। अरे भाई दूसरी साइड वाइट है कि नहीं?
Course correct after faltering in the last couple. Sadak catches a sweet angle.
That's different. Crew's always playing a retake. Now Sadak willing to brawl.
Also different than NRG. Don't just try to blitz on through. Now, quiet things down.
अभी पीछे आ रहे हैं।
Back to see if Crew have
लेकिन लेस से वापस ही पे।
And of course, on the far side, there's a player jiggling towards C, but given up space. Instead, comfortable to re-clear off noise. If that button gets tapped, if a step gets made, a paranoia, a neon, all that is coming for you.
NRG are really trying to sell some presence over on C. Dropping down the smoke, they'll show neon and fade on this side of the map, but the spike's still hanging out. Reaper comes in, Crew waiting for that one. And that's going to be the spike
down हो गया, C पे भी kill मिल गया लेस को।
Great control from Crew.
Beautiful control, beautiful aim.
Extremities on the map, winning fights
Shit on my down कर दिया champions
That's clinical.
It feels like they have no business winning both of those. You saw NRG was ready for that re-clear. They were putting pressure on the other side, but despite that, Crew still went on the re-clear. They also have less just pick it up in what was essentially a 1-on-2.
Cheater detected. Oh. नागी हेलो। तो इतने प्रोफेशनल प्रो प्लेयर को क्या सिखाते हैं भैया?
Significantly changed his style.
That's the thing bro, मतलब गेम रीड करना, एक थर्ड पर्सन गेम रीड अच्छे से कर सकता है, एक थर्ड पर्सन तुम्हारे मिस्टेक्स इजीली बता सकता है। वही कोचेस वही काम करते हैं भाई।
Allow Scuba to entertain the A side of the map while the rest of the team works C. It's a little bit of a deeper wall
भाई, सामने वाले उनका गेम रीड करते हैं, नोट्स बनाते हैं।
Pinged it and they pop on 2 players through.
What a shot by Ethan.
Catches silence on the swing. And now NRG
इसकी चड्डी पकड़ ली, ये स्पॉट हो गया, स्टन भी हो गया, ये लेस का काम 25 हो गया भाई।
On both fronts contested.
That was very controlled by NRG. The way that they condensed onto that site. As all that was going on there, Lurker got a pick also. catching that re-clear over towards A. For Crew now.
Just like watch party streamer. हाँ exactly.
Try and deal some damage.
But हम लोग
with a reflank coming in a 2-on-5.
लोग एकदम logged in अपनी टीम को जीत मतलब ऐसा नहीं करते हैं. But अपन भी देखते टाइम ऐसा होता है ना अबे ये क्या कर रहा है भाई अबे इसको ये करना चाहिए था तो वही coaches notes बनाते हैं वो सब चीजों की.
From the site and the lurk on the way. Crew really have to find something soon. It's just not quite going to be there.
Timeouts जब लिए जाते हैं तब वो लोग timeouts में वही बताते हैं कि तुम लोग oh my god Dante ये मोरे बनता का काम नहीं
real but ultimately it'll be NRG bringing it back within one.
Timeouts में यही बातें करते हैं भाई कि तुम लोग ये गलती कर रहे हो वो लोग ये बार-बार कर रहे हैं लोग इसको फंस रहे हो.
Got some lead going for NRG and now they move back into it here. I like the way they approach that wall.
आज डिनर में चीज मैगी एंड उसके ऊपर कुछ वेजीज.
Very aggressive, or when he's falling, he's playing back and just fighting off utility.
I can't hit this dude. I can't hit this dude, bro.
So they realize once they push him off the line, they can then contact
opponent का भी POV देखते हैं coaches.
Together and then find a punish on that.
In match opponent POV नहीं दिखता होगा उनको.
One more last chance to fight things out here at the start of a round.
6-5, 6-all half करने की कोशिश है NRG की.
Have the most passive approach they've had all half. Just hanging back towards spawn, seeing where the walk-up's gonna be. Well, unbeknownst to them, Crew keeping it rather contained for now.
Still jiggling on A. Sadako actually posts up on a more forward angle as NRG looks back towards Viper's pit. A chance to maybe pressure there and look to pivot back towards B late if they can pull rotates.
Still, I like that there is a Vise wall right in the center of this pit.
And I like that Crew aren't over-rotating to C. They're keeping a heavier presence on B off of that. You see, basically 4 players will be in position to fight if anything comes towards that site.
And it's because Sadak is still holding the forward line on A. He'll have an early idea if anyone's over here. It's been a while since NRG put the Viper wall up either, so
he hasn't been forced off
the line. Finally will be, and as soon as the wall goes up, you see, he's ready for the paranoia. Dante moves over to him, so does Silence on the map, who are very quick to respond.
इन ब्रॉक का अल्ट है वो साइड इजीली दे देगा उनको.
Nightfall in. It's the pinch on to B. Nightfall fake it out, and now everything being thrown into this B site. Crew a little bit on the delay.
Tough from still. दो जन टॉप आ चुके हैं. डोर ले रहा है. Oh, he's moving in.
Crew into the site now. Silence absolutely striking things down, and as the planter dies.
What a round by Crew. What a round by Crew. Oh my god. एक ही जन मरा सिर्फ एक जन मरा.
Crew had great answers in that round. That pit was never
नागी भाई ने 46 रुपए दिया और लिखा है waited 7 months for Recon Phantom. Pray please.
Pretty much always had a very strong setup on B. But even when that A fake attempt came in, there were still players really close. You see less.
Thank you with 40 rupees, Navi bhai.
A pressure plus a B pivot. He's likely going to have that chance to fight through the door again.
He's much for the party.
This crew team is giving great opportunities.
20,000 का गिव अवे चल रहा है. यस 20,000 का गिव अवे चल रहा है. मतलब 2000 into 10 गिव अवे चल रहा है. डिस्क्रिप्शन में उसके स्टेप्स है. थ्रेड्स पे तुम्हें स्क्रीनशॉट डालना है उसका और अपने डिस्कॉर्ड पे अगर तुम स्क्रीनशॉट डालते हो तो वो 5000 का गिव अवे वो अलग है.
Look who I found in the arena. It is Kendall and Savannah of Girls Set. I am so excited. Y'all give it up for Girls Set. Because when I found out y'all were coming here, the playlist changed, right? Only your songs came on. I was like dancing to Commas walking out of LAX, right? I looked like a freak, but I love that you're here because both of you love Valorant. You are here, you play Valorant. You said to me you playing some Arena, you're playing some Asher and Viper. As a fellow Asher main, we love to hear it. But you said something you want to do a song for Valorant. Talk to me about that.
I do. I really want us girls to really create a really hype song and hopefully perform it one day. That'd be amazing. So being here obviously is so much fun for us.
गाना
what do you song would be if you had like, because right now you had kind of that like early 2000s R&B vibe, which I love, but what do you think your Valorant song would be?
I feel like we'd have to tap into like the super like performance like esque vibe. You know, like the Valorant
left वाली तेरी right वाली मेरी. हाँ अगर पढ़ाई लिखाई कर ले बेशरम.
Definitely tap into that.
Get some vocals in there as well, some nice belting. Now we are here with Crew versus NRG, our current world champions, and our second time now we've seen the first full Crew roster. Who's gonna win? I want to ask you, Prep.
I mean, I want to see Sadak and Les come back.
Okay.
So,
all right, what about you?
I mean, it's really tight right now. Honestly, I feel like it's kind of up in the air, but just looking forward to a good game. So.
And we love that answer. Everyone give it up for Kendall and Savannah one more time. But we have a very tight game to back to, so friends, please take it away.
Mimi, do you rep the set?
Oh, I'm always repping the set.
Yeah, I love to hear. I've been repping the set for years. But I see we got girl set in the crowd today. Of course, Crew and NRG thinking about very different things heading into the second half.
Love you, yaar, Chirag bhai. Keep watching, keep supporting me, bhai.
Yeah, really impressed with what Crew was pulling here. I think that they had great reclears, great protocols on their retake in that half, and in a
fans need
theme to the SEN game.
कोई तो गाना वाना गाने वाले
थे. And less, especially leading the way. These two veterans finally gotten their visa, managed to show up here in the full form. But for NRG, it's a strong comp on defense as well, and an opportunity to see what they've cooked up here. What is their first bout in 2026 on Lotus?
Might be similar to what we saw on the attack side. Some brawls over A main. I like the jam. We're keeping it going into the pistol round. Keeping it calm here.
Oh, एक crew का attack है अभी.
DJ Mimi on the mic.
Toxins going up. Wait, let's leave that to the pop group that's here already.
Les brings the wall down.
Wait,
he's just kind of doing this all on his own, walking forward.
He said Hawk is here, but he's walking straight back.
No. Think he had the clear. If Mata has a rifle in hand, might have been able to spot it, but only with the pistol barrel. Tucks himself away, so first strike
करके भागा है.
over to NRG.
₹2 का एज है. उसके पैर काट दो.
Just waiting outside in main. And with the pop of that break door, they can try and contact back through. It is so slow.
Oh, भाई उसका pocket
the entire team is just walking around the map.
My Neon is shift walking into C while my team is shift walking into B. Crew have done nothing noisy this entire round so far, yet somehow they have a plant. NRG sort of shrunk back to play together.
Triple link खेल रहे. अच्छा double link खेल रहे.
Ready to pop on out here. The relay bolt goes down. Mata flies on through and spins around. 180.
Clean खेलता है. Oh my god, what a retake.
Pistol is done.
I feel Crew ready नहीं थी इसके लिए retake के लिए. 6-7 the other way.
Nasty with the spin on the slide there. And just such a weird approach from Crew. Full contacting into that one. It's a reasonably normal position to play tucked behind that box, but just not suspected here by Les. I guess not feeling any pressure. He thought that may have been the side with the Senti that was that weaker side. That risk taken does not pay off.
क्या तुम लोगों को एक शॉर्ट्स मतलब चड्डी पसंद आएगी जिसके ऊपर 6-7 लिखा हो? Just asking, chat. Just asking.
Back to a similar opening for them. Actually going all the way forward. Sadak teleports into the corner. Interesting round open from Crew. A lot of presence on B and kind of just sending Sadak to see what he could do over on Rebel.
Crew have gotten a lobby control with pretty much no resources here.
It's crazy that they're just working all three lanes back to back rounds.
Oh my, what a shot. Alt F4 से होगी तो बिल्कुल नहीं. अबे बेशरम.
Really do some impressive stuff.
He's one of those players that you kind of have to give nothing to. Just give him his
own
lane.
I'll try my best परसों launch करने का.
It's always been that way. I think one of the
परसों date क्या है?
players that has played one role, one style so well for years.
21st को launch करने का try करेंगे अपन.
Crew's Neon lurking again. This time flies on forward, just trying to hit the B site on his own. Dante will falter as the rest of Crew group back up to get the plant on C.
It will get them the plant.
That's something. Shots,
they might be able to pick up a couple more picks, do a little more damage. 30 seconds later in this round.
Yeah, you talk about NRG converting advantages. It's because whenever they're up in numbers, you see them just shrink together. Bundle up, make sure they can always find a trade.
If you're playing Premier, playing with friends, want a team to copy when you're thinking about how to play defense, I think NRG is a great answer. Love playing the percentage, and that's exactly it.
You still got one.
Towards spawn, 1-for-1 on silence.
2v3, no guns.
W trying to get in front of that. Honestly, had a pretty decent timing there, as one player was switching over to the smokes, but Brock will have 4 kills onto the round and work himself halfway up to the Steel Garden. What?
Are you calling him W?
MW.
Oh, I just heard W. My head went somewhere else. 7-7 though. NRG tie it back up after a clean conversion off their pistol win. Something tells me that judge is going to get handed over to Mata now. One enemy remaining. Is this the theme for Crew? Both rounds now, they have full contacted around the map, put very little presence, and just tried to work their picks. Is that how they want to play this half, or do they have anything faster primed for us?
It's interesting, right? Because it is a full-on mirror matchup between these two comps, and there aren't
such different approaches, at least from these first couple rounds, right?
Definitely.
Because NRG, pretty much every round last half, had an early default that was something aggressive with the Neon.
Oh, wow.
Mada, what a
Mada
shot.
just clears him like that.
I mean, that is aggression from the Neon. Just pushes up, reads Les's play, and the Viper's down again.
Yeah, and this is a true bonus out of NRG as well, so big pressure into the second half. If Crew were to falter here, wreck their econ, as NRG start to snowball this half towards ultimates, towards the map win.
That's such a big player to kill. Normally, you're not allowed to just have someone holding this passive line on A because of the threat of the Viper wall going up. But now, that jiggle is highly effective with Viper dead, and he'll be able to get very early information for the rest of NRG to rotate.
Yeah, if you wanted to break it, now you'd have to use an Omen Orb. Oh my word, silence. Good on that. There's still another player in the corner.
Oh my God,
there's no way.
Silence, what a
Brock just
shot.
steps right into him. Knows exactly where Silence is. Silence has done it on his own. This wall goes down. Mada's Guardian again connects. Let's bring this down close. Crew have given themselves back the numbers advantage.
But Mada was player, yaar.
But Mada is still in the picture.
MW's one shot to a Guardian or a Judge. This round is still scary.
And Mada's flexed himself all the way back into A. After seeing now Kiko on this side of the map.
This is a long flank.
It's going to be less expected. MW was ready for it. Now Kiko realizes his chances in this round are dipping away. Silence just did such a beautiful job to equalize this round. Not just one, but 2 kills, locking it down on the lurk.
Yeah, and I thought this was looking so bad for Crew. They lost less almost immediately. NRG was stacked heavy towards the right side of the map, but that shot, just so quick.
स्पोर्ट्स की लाइव स्ट्रीम में ब्रांड सेक्शन में अल्टेफोर का भाई क्या मस्त दिखता है वो देखा मैंने एक क्लिप देखा भाई किसी ने डाला था बहुत डेंजर था
really underrated after how poorly the end of 2G's stint went.
मेरा एक दोस्त है माडा जैसे दिखता है भाई.
He's really showed up on Crew, proved why he got a slot on this kind of next step.
The individual mechs on point. Good understanding of how to play as well, but Crew not wasting a breath here, fighting on forward. Delivers the first one. Mada still dancing around. Only be shut out by the in-game leader.
एक मार दिया. इसमें NVIDIA GPU नहीं वो कैसे सबमिट करेगा? तो उसको ऑप्शन है कि वो कैफे में जाके ग्राइंड कर सकता है उसके लिए.
Ethan will have to dodge away. His counterpart on the other side, still advancing. Brock is shown on up, pulls away from the spray, back into it. There he is. Good for 2 in the round for NRG.
Such a Brock round.
क्या पीक था?
Around the corner, back in with the Odin.
क्या ये neon माफी क्या पीक था बनता है?
And it's such an advantage for They absolutely won out in this early
ऐसा लगा wall jump, wheel jump किया उसने
कुछ. trading out for 2. But what got NRG back in was this refight. 2 players caught in the open.
ये देखो.
Bringing it back into an even situation.
They don't teach that shit. They don't teach that shit, bro.
Nice! Yeah, not a lot of people are doing it like him.
So, Crew changed their approach. Have the spike and 4 players outside of B, but already NRG have shifted. They've got a great read on this hit. See how much it comes into play here. Both Neons going sliding on through. Dante first,
got 2.
And in the mess that is this B site, it is NRG slightly advantaged. Steel Garden primed. Pushes MW forward. I mean, he's just gone on a journey right now. Scuba seems to have some idea, and will end up clearing the corner. That's great presence of mind out from him. Silence now realizing the B site is not open for business.
Thorns activated. He wants to kill before he can try and do anything here. Will get the spike point down, but isolating that fight is going to be so difficult. NRG grouping up his 3.
Weighing on his mind right now, the odds of this clutch, whether or not the Steel Garden is worth using. In this position now,
the blind is dead.
the clock working down.
लो HP है वे लेकिन ये
good smoke to play around, sees the barrel, gets his kill.
Oh, this is so winnable, chat. This is so winnable, chat. Oh, yo.
But as the double swing comes in, NRG just play it so nicely with numbers again to reclaim the lead.
भाई अच्छा मतलब लो बाय था and still they did well. भाई इतने जो मारा है इधर से वाओ पूरा stun आ गया था अच्छा मारा का बे.
When you're already at an advantage, when you're in the position where you have to swing, you have to fight, you have to make the play, it is so difficult to swing into that weapon because you are going to get bullet tagged, you are going to get slowed, and he can just tuck slightly behind the wall and keep shooting. It's real difficult to fight back. And
love you, Chirag bhai.
Brock's having a hell of a game, 17-9.
Okay, Frenzy.
He's loving things right now.
Brock 17-9 hai.
Interesting though that after 2-round wins, Kiko still has a sheriff in the inventory. Why not so wholesome? Now Mata falls onto the spam.
Lad mein aaya, lad mein.
Trap play gone awry.
Spam mein mar gaya.
KRU returned to playing all 3 lanes at the start, Mimi.
Well, it's worked again to get a pick. Yeah, I'm trying to think about the sheriff. I wonder if the idea was Mata ults late round, passes the gun.
Not quite sure how it went down, but end of the day, it means that only 3 guns alive for NRG now. Scouting ultimate sees Kiko and great capitalization for the rest of the team.
Great clear out of them.
Wow, सब game बजा दिए.
Second before the haunt.
क्या timing से ये utils के chat?
Look here. No, you're dead already.
Just so many things to think about, so many things to look at, to break.
That was so good.
And with no one taking a lick of damage, this is already a assured up round for KRU.
Wow, भाई क्या ये take लिए भाई क्या rubble control.
So when you talk about these last few rounds in a close game where you know rounds are going to be traded back and forth, you're not going to be building up any sort of a good loss bonus or stable economy. Having flawless rounds like this mean a ton in terms of trying to close out and win this one.
SEN
and also maintaining ultimates is big, right? The only thing they had to use to win this round was that Omen TP.
SEN
I want to see back how they got that opening pick on Mata. I'm not sure if it was just a read.
Wait, like करो ना यार 300 जन देख रहे सब like
है बे. Some glimpse to lead to them going for that spam play.
A lot of teams, when they just walk into Mound, are just going to go ahead and spam that box in case someone could be behind there. It could be as simple as that.
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah. Because you have the person all the way in the back line that's doing the spam as the rest of the team walks in. Catch them swinging out. This is the play where it's all those things to look at and break. And still, the Haunt is going to catch those 2 players because they were looking at the field first.
See some frustration from Mata. Didn't even really get to play that round. Now he's back to the judge, with an ult in hand, and this tells me it's going to be a brawl.
Yeah, Sonic's called a good half so far. Now looking for the fight right here. A big one, too. Really traded out. Silence. Sonic not slowing down either. What a rundown out from KRU.
Insta double TP. He's going for more. Let's listen to KRU.
Good trade.
Vou voltar, tá? Vou voltar esse cara e vou mandar.
Save कर रहे हैं. Oh नहीं. Chase से जा रहे हैं.
Mano, planta uma ali pra cima aqui. Sim, vamos. Mano, vou tentar.
Acho que eles insta jogaram escada, viu?
Sobe aí. Pegando aí,
Oh, crazy timing, bro.
Vai ser os 2. Acho que eles resetearam pro céu, viu?
Pode ser.
Caralho, Leo! Porra! Caralho! Absolute precision from MW's there for the Red Bull clutch. That was a thing of beauty.
Pura round, bro. Pura round was so confident.
Watch these shots back.
Only confidence presentation in the whole round, bro.
Came through Dante on that bad timing.
क्या aggression के साथ खेले भाई.
Just goes a little too wide for Brock.
Wait मांडी डाल के छिलाई machine चला साली.
Yeah, that is bad news for Comms Curse believers on that one as KRU end up winning a round that they had no real business doing.
No, that was a big advantage for NRG. They had, I think, a good read in going for that fight. But I want to rewind earlier. The double TP from Sada.
Can we
know? He played that was so good.
अभी तो 5th season चल रहा है यार.
Omen
तो
gives
6
him
already
the
कैसे
ability
बताया?
to play make and find
Thank you
that
so much
gap
for
in
the
the chaos.
performance though,
He's
yaar,
really
Sai
good
bhai.
at capitalizing on it.
Let's hope.
Noticed it in quite a few of their rounds when
Do
they're
it
team fighting.
soon.
And he'll just take a risk like that and then be way ahead and out
Like
of
और
position
share
and
करो,
catch a player or
subscribe
two.
करो.
Yeah, that quick scaling is really hard to keep track of, especially when there is so much
बारिश हो रही है आप यहाँ पे
utility
अब यहाँ पे
noise.
बारिश हो
Big
रही
Man
है
is just running around
Yep.
like a maniac on the
Yeah,
other
'cause
side.
he's always the first box you have to
मेरा
check off,
summer
right?
collection आने वाला
Deal
है.
with the neon first. Then there's still some serious threat also charging you down. So that's now the first time Crew have strung together 2 rounds in a row.
Last time
on
Sen
this
was
attack
actually
side,
good
and
was
it
in
comes off of
2024.
Some nice
It's up.
scrapping at the start.
It's a weaker buy for NRG,
में
but they
बारिश
do have
हो रही है,
ultimates
अबे
behind
यार.
it. They'll stack 4 players towards the A side of the map.
क्या कोच को दूसरी टीम
Calling
का
their
गेम
own
लिखता है शायद
timeout
नहीं
here.
लिखता बनता है.
On the back foot for the first time this half.
Yeah, NRG choose to force up with whatever they can.
Fastest
Les,
सबसे
the
चालू है.
only guy hanging
नहीं
out
पता
here.
नहीं यार डेट्स पता नहीं मुझे.
Being allowed to do a lot. That's a pin
Playoffs,
down, getting chased out by the Prowler.
अगले
Somehow
महीने
alive on
के
69 health.
Look how
10-12
long he
तारीख से
stayed
कुछ.
there. Wanted to see if he could catch someone just playing towards the edge of that pit.
It's crazy too. Big risk for him to hang out like that.
After taking this space energy, activate elsewhere.
भाई
They've re-clear towards B.
इधर अल्ट किया उधर
Rotations
एनआरजी ने
to
भी देखो.
bolster the defense on the C side as well.
गारा गिरे. Damn.
And against a Vise, against a Viper, a full hit through main is very difficult.
This is a hard round to solve because you have Viper and Vise still with their util that you have not dealt with. Now down to 50 seconds. The difference for Crew is there is a Steel Garden ready to go. Especially with where NRG are playing on this site. Hard for Mata to escape from it. Crew have now seen the wall, teleports in, 2 players enter this fight. It's about to be a bloodbath. No one has any clue. The stuns are brutal. And it's Dante on top. Kiko swings out into the open, and he's going to be dealt with. So now it's Dante's turn to get active back in the spawn. Crew having a field day now as Ethan enters in.
Wow, they are being so aggressive, bhai.
7 seconds left. MW in some trouble. Still plants the spike. Scoop on the stinger. Dancing around. In the clutch now. He's been spotted and shut out. That's 3 in a row for Crew.
माड़ा के साथ तो क्या हुआ है
So
बनता है.
difficult for Crew to
3 rounds
navigate.
back to back
The
by
Insta
Crew.
Viper's pit, the amount of util anchoring on both sides. But you have to give credit to Dante here. This was pandemonium with the stuns back and forth, but
Stun डाला, flash dodge किया, फिर भाई माड़ा को भी मारा है.
Offsets Mana a little bit, gets in his ultimate.
Dante ने तो क्या space दिया है team को.
And in the midst of all of that too, has that very quick turn of a Vice flash as well. If that catches him while he's stunned, that kill doesn't come down either.
Such a good sequence. With their loss bonus, NRG still have weapons.
Wow, let's just step straight into the snake bite to break a haunt.
He has not respected them at all, Forte.
It's unbelievable. And what it does is it sees that the Neons on that side of the map see so much for Crew. To go and try and break the wall on C.
Neither of them have actually baited that wall out.
I believe
the
they
Omen
did,
TP
yeah.
just did.
First attempt failed, so the second one had to be called in.
But look at Mata. Posted very aggressively on A.
I'm just not sure how this works because MW is coming. They have a
Oh, they are
perfect
so
read on it.
aware, chat.
Mata does
Good
escape.
stun.
Counters with a bolt.
I mean, even with util, it's a judge. It's still scary.
ऐसे ये लोग util use करते हैं ना वे. साला मैं तो अपना util अपनी जेब में ही रखूंगा. ये stun win तो बड़े util है मेरे.
Back towards A.
Crew's lurking has been
अभी मैं
elite
मारा नहीं हूँ.
on this half. But NRG have the trap ready to go. That Haunt seeing something though pulls Kiko away. No paranoia primed.
But that's just him jiggling, policing back towards B. He's still in position, reading a C hit with his paranoia.
25 seconds left. And still layers remain for KRU. The spike is heading back into A as this hit goes down on C. But A is now so important for KRU. This spike could still fall. 19 HP, Westerns trying to get that kill. Open it up. Now Ethan steps in and finds the spike. The IGL just needs to stay alive. There's not enough time to actually go back and plant this spike. As the tether comes down to Ethan must live. He cannot. The IGL on the other side will tear him down.
What a crazy round. KRU again working the entire map at once. Less lurking in, calling with 20 seconds left to go back. And there was 2 moments where this could have turned disastrous. Mata, a chance to drop the spike. Ethan, capitalizing off his opportunity. But look how fast the rest of the team realized. Sadafis full sprinting in. They knew the win condition was the kill. And Ethan just had nowhere to run. I don't think in the chaos he knew how many players were on the other side. Didn't feel comfortable fighting into A.
Hardly a moment to breathe now for NRG with their backs against the wall, trailing by 3 rounds.
क्या भी round था भाई, क्या भी round था.
KRU have slowed down the clock just a little bit.
भाई लेस कैसे मारा मारा
high position, but KRU had a great read on where NRG were looking for the fight.
NRG's theme of this half has been
क्या close करेगी KRU?
embed a forward A player and stack the other side. This time, it's aggression on C, on B.
अगर NRG का pick है split, but split पे last game वो लोग हारे Furia से.
Mata's one tricking of the shotgun continues on B. But KRU are headed into the stack. A scouting ultimate into tree. Sodok's gonna stick that one and set up for Dante to come through this door. NRG isolate the duelist with the wall. Dante into the site now. Dante will fall. NRG have found there too. Ethan into the corner is out of the equation. As KRU now with 40 seconds left, pivot back into Mata.
That's a judge.
The judge waiting to deliver his verdict. Down in the bottom, there goes Mata. Only leaves 1 left for KRU. It'll be less now, into the 1-on-3.
ये less है बंटा है. ये less है, less more कर देता है.
He pulls up the pit. Has a lot of territory to play with now. He's gonna
drop हो रहा है.
Pitfall. What a choice. Player still decayed, 1 out in the open. Les sees the first, needed that kill. Now Scuba has a chance to just stick this defuse. Doesn't even matter if Les is gonna get these kills because the spike is done for. NRG on to 10.
This team is so hard to put down. If you've watched them in international events, if you've watched them here in Americas, you know more than anyone else, they win the close games. They push back, and this run is such a good example. Such a good change up from them. Going more aggressive on these other sides, putting their forward embed on C instead of A, and actually winning out in the chaos of the team fight. I think their investment in shotguns, both on Mata and on Brock, has been huge for them. When you play back, when it's a chaotic fight, those things rip.
We're gonna see another one right here. Mata's judge. Pushed back into the corner for now. There could be a fight right here. Scuba thanking his counting his lucky stars that he's still alive.
It's been a lot of outlaw purchase, but NRG's been respecting it. Full armor on everyone but Mata.
Wow, Kiko having a few different ways to try and escape there. But keep your eyes on KRU, back on that A side over on Switch. Les has the forward position.
क्या default खेल रहे हैं? A पे end up करने का सोच रहे शायद.
Prowler catches players from B.
And again, it's a
जब B पे entry मिल गई तो B चले जाएंगे या तो फिर ये fake करके. Oh, they are faking C as well.
To play retake elsewhere. And again, KRU are putting pressure one side, faking
That's
out a little.
2 players seen on the Omen ult. Let's NRG stick around, but the spike has left from KRU. On the other side, the lurking Neon might have opened something up.
Yeah, this is the right read. But Les is staying.
Yeah, catch the players rotating off the site. See what he can do. He is right in the middle of 4.
Les एक भी नहीं मार पाएगा.
No one knows yet. Scuba spots him. How much can Les find? It'll be nothing against Mata.
That's a win condition for NRG. Now the lurk is going to factor. You have
Mara
an advantage in your
Mara
retake, but it's still guarding for silence. He needs to live and get value.
I don't know if he can actually live. He tucks back into the corner. 1 bullet in the Outlaw. The Steel Garden comes out. That is going to be his last breath if NRG close in on him. they've actually let him play this one out. NRG are taking their time. They know they can't come back in with the pistols. What it means for KRU, setting up perfectly into this post plan, mowing them down in Waterfall. Only 3 alive for NRG. Mata got the first, but there's so much left to do. KRU stand strong and take map 1.
A great conversion on their map pick. That attack side got off to a rough start. The adaptation, the recovery was excellent. They played a creative attack side. Aggressive lurks, taking the whole map at once at times. But I have no doubt, Sada was in control. He called a great game here. A lot of rounds that came down to the wire, but enough to get them a win.
And his rifle, too, was on point. Couple 3Ks, couple 4s. Sadak had these early rounds on lock. And it was in those big moments as well, those rounds that were starting to slip away, he would take the reins and see him through.
It's so cool how different these teams played their attack side while running the same composition. Really getting a display between our 2 championship-winning IGLs in Ethan and Sada.
NRG are at risk of falling down 0-2 to start stage 1, but we've got their map pick coming up after the break.
मेहमान लोग आए ना, तो उनके लिए लाया ये क्या उसे कहते हैं, जलेबी फाफड़ा लाया भाई, गरम गरम जलेबी फाफड़ा, वहाँ कसम। और उनके सामने अभी इतना कहीं से धाड़ मारने का ना, वो लोग खा रहे थे, हम लोग, मैं एक बाइट खाया भाई, मैं जन्नत में पहुंच गया हूँ अभी। अरे माँ, एक जलेबी बची है इतनी बड़ी, अरे माँ, मेरे लिए भाई साहब सजा के रखे लिए ऐसा लग रहा। हाय 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 हाय, देखो ना क्या क्या लाए थे भाई, सब खाऊंगा माँ कसम। मुझे खर्चा है, खर्चा फाफड़ा भी इतना बचा है, आई शपथ। लल्ला सीडी में लड़कियां क्यों नहीं होती? अरे लड़कियों का VCC होता है, वैलोरेंट चैंपियंस नहीं, वैलोरेंट चैलेंजर्स होता है। हाँ ना चैट, VCC होता है ना उनका। तेरा कमेंट्री सुना है? हाँ सुना ना। चैट, इज देयर एनीवन इन दिस चैट जिन्होंने अब तक जलेबी फाफड़ा ट्राई नहीं किया है? अगर ऐसा कोई है हाथ ऊपर करो, कोई है अगर हाथ ऊपर करो जल्दी से जल्दी, जिसने जलेबी फाफड़ा ट्राई नहीं किया है। अगर कोई है तो वही हाथ उठा के अपने आप को चामटी मार दो। And this guy on the diet or something, chat. Hey, what the hell is diet, bro? There's only one life, bro. Just live your life at your fullest, you freaking idiot, and diet and shit, bro. Like, shove it inside you, bro. Bro, तुम लोग जलेबी फाफड़ा नहीं खाए, you guys are missing out a lot. It's like one of the best shit. हाँ कसम। हाय, मैं अभी है ना, रात के बजे है 2-3, ठीक है ना, और मैं जलेबी फाफड़ा खा रहा हूँ जो बचे हुए थे, आज मेहमान आए थे। तो मैंने पूछा चैट को कितने लोगों ने नहीं खाया, इतने लोगों ने हाथ ऊपर किया है। खुद को चामटी मारो वही हाथ से। आओ भाई, एक बार ही ट्राई करो जिंदगी में, जड़ भग जाएगी। Are you excited for Konami 2.0? Yeah, actually I am. Not gonna lie. जलेबी या फाफड़ा या जलेबी फाफड़ा. मैं जलेबी खाया हूँ बट नेवर फाफड़ा. जलेबी प्लस फाफड़ा ब्रो. दैट्स द अल्टीमेट कॉम्बो. अबे जो ये खाता बात बात पे जेठालाल बोलता था ना जलेबी फाफड़ा ये जो बात बात पे बोलता था ना ब्रो वो दैट्स जलेबी फाफड़ा ब्रो. ये कैसे हैक हो जाते बे. ये बेशरम 3 में से 50 में से एक ये होता है इनका भाई. ये क्या बोल रहा था ये ना इंस्पेक्ट एलिमेंट करके भी होता है ना. ये इंस्पेक्ट एलिमेंट करके भी होता है. अबे कल पैदा नहीं हुआ मैं. Why Fade's pick rate is so high in pro plays? Good agent. That's the only answer, bro. आज पहली बार फेस कैम स्ट्रीम की. अच्छे व्यूज आए. पहले 30-40 आते थे, अभी 100+ आए. थोड़ी शर्म आ रही थी बट अच्छा था. शर्म क्यों आनी है. बेशरम बनो. बेशरम बनो भाई. शर्म से क्या होना है हैं? जिनसे तुम शर्मा रहे हो ना, जो लोगों से तुम शर्मा रहे हो उनको घंटा नहीं पड़ी भाई. तुम्हारी को घंटा पड़ी नहीं है. मजाक भी नहीं करो. वो सिर्फ तुमको जज करने में पुतुल है. अबे ये अबे अबे यार उससे क्या होगा. सामने वाला बस सोचेगा ना कि अबे यार क्या ऐसा ही है. ये सोचेगा ही ना. उससे तेरे को क्यों फर्क पड़ना चाहिए. शादी करनी है सबसे तुझे सामने वालों से हैं. आर्टिस्ट है भाई. वाओ. कमेंट्री अच्छा नहीं था क्या. जो क्वेश्चन अच्छा है यार बनता है कमेंट्री. मैं बोला भी. प्रिलूड स्किन्स कैसी लगती है. गोट. अभी कोई तो प्रिलूड फैंटम लगाया था ना. ये जी चाइम ओए हमारी भी यही है लेकिन हमारी ऑटोमेटिक है. सिटी है ना ये. क्या भागती है यार. क्या लगाया है ये बे. पीनट बटर है लेकिन ये तुम्हारा पीनट बटर अलग लग रहा है. अरे माँ कसम इंटीग्रेशन पड़ रहा है. ये तो बीटी हो जाता ना देखते साथ. ये देखते साथ मेरे को बीटी हो जाता है. देखते साथ सोचो इंटीग्रेशन वगैरह देखे हुए मेरे को कितने साल हो गए मालूम. 5-6 साल हो गए. 5-6 साल. फिर भी अभी भी देख के मेरे को बीटी होता है इंटीग्रेशन. मैथ्स के इंटीग्रेशन में फुल मार्क्स थे मेरे 12वीं बोर्ड्स में. ये देखो इसको. चैरिटी मैच नहीं देखा रे. एक बंदे ने क्या मैसेज किया मालूम. 40 भी वैसे ही निकलेगी. क्या नाम है इसका. टोटली नॉट ईशान. ये नाम है उसका. लिखा 40 भी वैसे ही निकलेगी. इसको अवार्ड दो भाई. इसको अवार्ड दो. भाई साइडमैन चैरिटी मैच नहीं देखा यार, मेरे को रीप्ले देखना है। मैं सारे मतलब मुझे पता है कौन जीता है, लेकिन मैं सारे स्पॉयलर्स अवॉइड कर रहा हूँ। मतलब मैं क्लिप्स वगैरह नहीं देख रहा हूँ। फिर भी मैंने एक गोल तो देख लिया टोबी का, ट्रिवेला। वो भी प्लेयर है ना पाशा, टोबी और मैनी गोटेड प्लेयर्स है भाई। लेकिन इसमें शायद नहीं है ना, ये वाले साइडमैन चैरिटी मैच में आई गेस मैनी नहीं है। क्रिस एमडी तो होगा भाई। लेट्स वॉच इट लाइव। चामटी देंगे वो लोग चैनल को डायरेक्ट।
Bode well, I think, for NRG that they are still feeling like
Winter
hey, we're very much in this game.
तो
We can
obviously
very
अच्छा
much
खेलता
still
है।
take this despite crew not having much footage on them.
I already saw a Vice, so.
Oh, okay. So we're good. We're saved.
Yeah.
We're saved. We're saved. We're saved. Yay.
Yeah, I think NRG they definitely have an understanding of how they want to play.
पूरे साइडमैन में सबसे कोटेड खेलता है।
This is their map pick after all, and they did just lose to Crew's map pick, so maybe.
फिर खेलता है साइमन।
That's right, folks. Mimi and Andrew are going to be taking care of you with map 2 after this. So as always, we'll see you on the other side. You don't want to miss it.
फिर मे बी बेज, फिर जरका, फिर कैसा, फिर विक। भाई मेरे को है ना बचपन से जब से उनको देखा हो ना, एक है कि मेरे को इंडिया में मेरे को क्रिएटर्स के साथ क्रॉस बार चैलेंज करना है, फुटबॉल चैलेंजेस करना है। कभी तो करूंगा जिस दिन मेरी पहचान ऐसे क्रिएटर्स के साथ होगी जो लोग फुटबॉल खेलना जानते हैं। उन लोगों के साथ मेरे को फुटबॉल चैलेंज वीडियोस बनानी है।
Our teams have to pick their agents. For NRG, it sounded like there was going to be maybe some changes coming in after the last time they're running the deadlock stuff on Split. Mimi, what would you like to see?
What would I like to see?
In your wildest dreams.
I actually think I would like to see Mata stay raised, but we just switch to a Vise. And they do switch to a Vise.
You got half of a dream.
I got half of my dream. The reason I said that
I
I
don't
like
Neon
to see Mata
still.
stay on the
Neon.
raise is because I think
Dante on Neon as
I
well.
think Neon is
Still.
the best duelist on this map. I think against a Vice team, it is really good to play that raise. And I think it's pretty easy to predict that Crew would play a comp like this. It's exactly the same comp that they played previously. Either way though, Mata's Neon was good on map 1 despite the loss, and she's very strong here. So this is them just kind of moving towards the meta.
Yeah, and it did seem like Mata just wanted to play with the shotgun the entire time.
What a map it is to do that.
What a map it is. What an agent it is to do it on as well. We've got our agents. Perfect mirror once more. NRG, and really just looking at this again, NRG find themselves in a strange position right now.
Yes.
Already 0-1 on the stage. Now 0-1 in the series as well. This is their map pick, but
अब रख
an
देते
0-2
हैं,
start would
जब
be
नींद आएगी
pretty
वापस आएंगे।
devastating for them, all things considered.
It's a tough group that they are in here. Going down 0-2, even for the world champs. It's risky. It's fast to start though. Up ramp for NRG.
Yeah, Mata.
घुस गया मारा मुझे। ये देखो बेशरम। Nacho. Dante got one. Oh wow.
Doing
Nacho.
very nicely there. 2 kills out of MW's era.
भाई वो
Mata just slid past the face of like 3 different players that round.
He went in and out, is kind of doing something like what Dante was doing there.
Bro, you
I guess the round's over, Mimi.
Yeah, I really thought that they were going to freeze once they took ramp control and then, you know, go back to the NRG thing, get your in, but nah.
That's for the thinking man in Valorant to do.
This wasn't it. The Molly from Viper here got so much value. Normally you're expecting her to be playing B heaven to be able to molly towards B main in a lot of these rounds, but instead, I think she started Vents and was fast to rotate over and get that molly down, which cooked that fight.
Dead please. Thank you so much for the sponsor. Welcome to the Power Gang.
Already into round 2.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Will be
Thank you so
light
much.
armor Bucky for
Dead
Mata
please, gamer.
once again. Judge answered on the other side. I do like that our Neons seem to be finding each other pretty consistently, and Dante again good for it. Quick kill and a reposition. actually hanging out here.
हाँ? सांस ले ली गलती से भाई बंदा मर गया.
Go fish. I don't think anyone else is gonna. Well, actually, I say that as Ethan postures up.
It's time for Dante to go for another one. Oh, try and hit him. You can't. Oh, dear. Ethan still gets it at the end. The Les will be there to claim 2 of his own.
For the 10 long time you're doing,
I guess
bro.
for NRG, it's the little thing.
I feel like I was watching like a rabbit hunt with him and that Bucky.
Sir, फटा दो ठीक है.
Crew cleaned it up really easy.
सेन जीतेगी क्या? क्या लगता है? पता नहीं भाई. मैंने नए सेन को खेलने नहीं देगा.
But a nice conversion.
Crew is cooking. Yep. 2 ही round हुए हैं अभी तो बाय round है.
Fast rounds. Of course, one was just on the ego with the shot, and you expect that. And I do think this comp succeeds at least starting with fast ideas. And if you get a pick, if you get space, you can follow through off of that and just turn it into a very fast.
नीचे देखते नाच रहा भाई ये डांटे.
Freeze, reset towards the map is we'll watch this.
There's something awesome about you, like, yeah, this is how you can play the macro of the map, and then you just have like 4 people jumping around, sliding around.
Talking about the future.
Right.
And well, it's not too different.
No, they're still jumping around, sliding around, running around, and dropping down. Mata gets dinked a little bit.
इको ने किसको मारा?
On a second, pushed all the way through B main now. With the judge, though, hard to take that fight. Les claimed 1 out from male.
Oh, man, they're so aggressive on extremities.
Les ने spam करके mid वाले को मारा.
I think it comes after seeing that whole last map, really, where NRG were grouped up as 5 the majority of rounds.
And I think that did bite them on Lotus. A lot of these rounds where Crew was so pushing through other sides and had very fast condenses. That's just talking about it, where they're pushing through on flanks and pinching together on these retakes.
Unfortunately, it's tough to make this position valuable with just a shotgun and a sheriff for Sadok.
If they go to clear you, it becomes valuable.
Yeah, but now at this point, he's taken down low. They do have to be worried about that angle. Now it becomes a timing game for Crew. The rest of the team needs to put some pressure down onto NRG from the other front before Sadok can do anything.
NRG lost a lot of post plants in their game versus Furia.
Wow, but look how proactive they get. 2 players stepping into back call after the tether catches one in heaven.
Easy buy round निकाल रहे क्या?
Contact, they can then push back with these Vice Thorns through the next bit of stall.
Crew got a ping. They know the fight was going deep back towards their spawn.
Easy
that information doesn't do them really any favors, though.
Nice shot.
NRG get themselves into a beautiful post-plant position, and Ethan claims 3.
New roster क्या है?
Crew go for a bold play with that early lockdown mid. I think they probably thought that they were going to go
Jarvis क्या नाम है उसका, लेकिन उसके बदले कोई तो दूसरा खेल रहा है.
They'd have a chance to walk up and maybe catch that mid player jiggling. Instead, it was very heavy setup. There was a crossfire on both sides, and Dante got pretty much nothing. Once that was gone, it's a matter of condensing into
IGL. Genuine बताओ meetup कब? अभी तो कुछ plan नहीं है बंटा यश.
Yeah, just 1 off of the nightfall now.
तो बताऊंगा.
See if he can play for this early orb in B main. Sadok a little bit deeper on the line. Just has his crosshair ready for the jump peek.
खेलेगा.
But he's not going to be able to stick around for too much longer. Mata was testing to see where a wall might be, perhaps. Interesting that Brock throws down the Vise wall in B main. He was doing this with the deadlock where he threw down sensors in a similar way to spot out a reclear.
Redux goated player है भाई.
It is a slightly bigger investment.
पता नहीं last game देखा नहीं तो बता नहीं सकते.
They won't have to worry about it. Instead, work back towards
दोनों का buy round है अभी.
Dante has a stun.
इन माड़ा के पास तो judge है.
NRG are noisy moving through. What's going on here?
Great spam from Brock. That could have gone so much worse.
Brock spam किया.
Good job holding his teammates back.
उसको smell आया कि वो लोग माड़ा को ये कर रहे हैं. Chase कर रहे हैं तो उसने spam में 2 मार दिया. That's big. That's big.
Interesting that Crew have control of both heavens. 2 players over towards A.
Yeah, they still have Vice Util to stall out, but with that earlier jump peek from Mata, I think NRG know that B is the weak site, but it doesn't have that sense of util.
That's the thing, right? You've already got Silence that's rotated back into B after seeing the Prowler.
Sure, but at least you're not hitting into Thorns.
But you are hitting just through main. No more presence in main. And there is a paranoia for Sadok. If he spots this, if he has time to pull out the paranoia, which he does, this could be devastating.
10 seconds is there. Sadok को बस hold करना है.
Where he's going to teleport to. Silence out from above.
Sadok is still alive. He gets one.
Oh, Sadok is dug in his heels. Crew have arrived into the fight. There's no time to plant the spike. Brilliant work out from Sadak and Silence.
Ethan उससे अच्छा मार देता बंदा एक यार.
Alone on
I guess
वो
Neon के भरोसे था.
His teammate comes in.
There was no time. There was no time.
I love the way he was positioning there, playing off his win conditions to perfection.
YouTube और Discord
It's
को
his
link
initial
करना पड़ता है और
paranoia,
थोड़ी देर
which
रुकना
lets
पड़ता है.
Silence fight out and get these two, and then tugs back. Just buys time as the Energy players desperately try and race to the site. That is a round that will haunt NRG.
And it comes after Sadak dominated back on Lotus. Now is another major round early in the day on Split.
अतला लग रहा हूँ बंटा में कितना कैमरा में.
Makes you think twice about B, except Mata is going straight into it, right into the waiting arms of Dante. Dante, unable to be dislodged. Les has stepped right back into the same spot. KRU already have 4 players on this side of the map, and that comes after the ultimate was thrown willy-nilly into it. Les out to the corner, lines him up. Good God, man. He's unleashed. Looking for a little bit more, and has given Ethan a chance now with 2 of his own.
सादाक को सपने में भी एक्सपेक्ट नहीं करेगा इधर. मैं बता रहा हूँ, चेक ही नहीं करेगा उसको. उतर के मारा है सादाक ने.
Doesn't matter if you know where he is when his name's Sadak. Still gonna get the best of you.
Yeah, this guy is sick. What a day he's having. The other IGL in a worse position.
That match वगैरह करो यार गुरुड़ा भाई. You can improve.
Tough for Ethan to figure out what to do in these rounds when Sadak is locking it down on B like this, because B, in theory, is a little bit lighter with the Vise set up going towards A round after round.
It's not done yet, Chad. Defensive map है तो
getting
I think
pressure
can happen,
forward,
bro.
creating chaos, and then either converting off of that or resetting back. And thus far, every time Mata's going for a forward dive, he's just getting shut down. 0-5 to start.
4 HP Ethan.
Constantly playing from a disadvantage in these late rounds.
Do something
disadvantage 1v3 with 4
I guess
HP.
he'll just get the plant.
Ethan's lucky to get the plant, and I mean honestly, good for him. He used the Nightfall and already halfway back to getting it again off of those kills and the spike plants.
Thank you for the 10 years.
I don't think KRU will be too sad about that
Rhythm,
one,
thank you for the 2-month support on
Trying to
Super
extend this
Chat.
lead 4-1.
2-month support
had a really good hold on mid throughout this one.
on the channel. Thank you so
Here
much.
with his refight from Dante, stunning onto Mata after he pushes.
अज भाई ये माड़ा पिछले ना 50 साल से वही कर रहा है. इसके वजह से उसको भर दिया भाई अभी देखना.
In earlier rounds, it was a similar theme, right? So the Neon sliding in, Ethan tries to TP up, and then it's that same refight with the stun.
अर्श भाई अगर आपको चांस मिले VCT खेलने का तो आप कौन से टीम के साथ खेलोगे?
Are always trying to be the second team in. I
मैं
think in
कौन से टीम के साथ खेलूंगा?
Revolves around the chaos, around the kind of crowd control of your neon stun, of your paranoia, things like that.
कोई एक टीम के साथ नहीं खेलूंगा, मल्टीपल खेलूंगा भाई. BBL के साथ खेलूंगा.
Because they don't have their tools anymore.
Fnatic में खेलूंगा.
And they're the ones having to reply to that chaos.
Yeah, and if anything, the team that's attacking first thinks that all this space is clear, where the haunt clears out or whatever, and then you're just right back into it. That's another element of surprise. You can find those little pockets to play around.
The struggle though is when you're an attacker, it's very tough to find yourself positions where you aren't the one having to make the play.
Stop.
Yes, then it becomes about covering all your angles, being aware of the timings that KRU are getting back into the site.
ये क्या भेजा है भाई? ये सब को मेरे को इंटरेस्ट नहीं है भाई ये सब में.
Some of those options.
And I don't know how much of this has to be like a massive change of their approach to early rounds. I think a lot of it has to come down to actually how they're playing these fights and how to
working for KRU. Even in the loss, they had the advantage in terms of first kills.
NRG, a lot of those rounds.
Back on Lotus, even when those brawls were going close, it was
cover दे रहा
at
G
least
not loyal.
even for them.
G हर साल चेंज होती रहती है भाई. Player wise मैं बता रहा हूँ.
So far.
Energy this round, just stay.
मैं किनके साथ खेलना पसंद करूँगा?
I don't know. Can we call that a hero gun?
Yeah.
It's more of a sidekick gun.
पसंद तो बहुत ज़्यादा है भाई मेरे को.
Full judge, maybe we give him the credit.
मैं तो चाहता हूँ G Masters qualify करे.
Worthwhile in the hands of a Neon.
Qualify करे तो भी रो दूँगा मैं.
Judge on the other side though says, yeah.
This gun is just so disgusting right now.
City's not big enough for the two of us.
I would be interesting to see from the player who died's perspective.
It's kind of what I was talking about before, where when you have no armor or light armor, the judge is an operator. Like it's just ridiculous, man. Okay, we're just gonna cut the tape, move on to the next round. It's not worth watching again.
No, I want to see it.
No. Don't do it to him.
It is truly gross what Dante's getting away with.
And we're doing it to him.
Only his head is showing. You jiggle for a second, you're dead.
What about this last kill? What do you have to say about this?
What do I have to say about this? That's a great thing to say. I don't have anything more to add.
I love how he lands exactly in the right position. Okay.
WWE looking kill.
Oh, the A side of the map exists.
It does.
That's news to me. Haven't seen that since NRG on the pistol round, but surprise! Dante's home. Just gonna throw up that wall. Carve an escape path for him.
It's the same theme again. NRG go for a dive. Dante's there with the stun. He kills Mata. And then NRG is in this same spot. Oh.
Well, CT है वो छोड़ के stream देख रहा है. Not cool. भाई वापस spam में मारा 6-1 हो गया बे.
Flawless निकाले है. Just between.
They're defending well, bro. They're defending so well.
It's grim right now.
I mean, it's bad,
yeah,
right? Like,
maybe NRG is not able to attack.
I think the fact is that Dante has been in the right positions consistently. You think even back to like Pistol and round 2.
Yep.
Dante has always been in the same place that Mata is trying to dive at the start of round.
On the Pistol round, he was there. Ramp.
Yeah.
In every round where they went mid, he was there. And here he's ramp as well. And the other problem, whenever you're fighting like this, Sadak is still just on the other side, living his best life, willing to push you and go aggressive at his whim.
But I think it's easy to say it's like, okay, it's a mismatch in terms of the one-on-one, but the fact that KRU have the read every round, and again, by the way, our Neon is in mid. Where is Mata going? It's mid.
Go, go, go.
Mata,
it's crazy that Sadak just has it this locked in.
Madam.
Slow start from NRG.
मैडम और स्पैम में मारा स्पैम में मारा अरे भाई अरे NRG का काम पूछी
Dante gets his kill, abandons vents.
As well.
Bro.
I like that, right? You get the kill in
good
mid,
flash,
then
good molly.
Here goes Mata though. Oh no! The shorty even beats the judge.
Mata, you are cooker,
Mata
baby.
still empty-handed.
Oh hell nah,
now shows up with just on A. Now is in your walls.
10 to half or 10 to come back देखने वाले अपन.
Literally everywhere.
Watch it.
He started in mid. He's pressuring A.
Watch
he's
it
back
then.
to fight you in heaven. He's trying to beat your
shadow. Good morning,
Douchebag.
Good morning, Pasha.
It's Groundhog Day for NRG in more ways than one. Just reliving these rounds. Same way.
भाई आपके खुद के स्क्वाड में सबसे फेवरेट प्लेयर कौन है अच्छा जो वैलोरेंट खेलता है देखो अच्छा तो कोई नहीं खेलता मैं ही खेलता हूँ सबसे ज्यादा अच्छा लेकिन फेवरेट तो मेरे सारे ही है यार
30 seconds left.
Clutch गेम पोटैटो ताई और हाइड्रा भाई these are my favorites bro.
Rips the ultimate because hey why not?
Yeah, fun fact, NRG, you're not actually allowed to plant the spike.
Yeah, I love that KRU just hit that button. NRG freak out. And then even still delay the entrance for just a moment. Scuba secures a couple, but this is now 7-1 for KRU. It's a blowout.
चल ये क्या है? ये one-sider नहीं मेरे को तो लगता है 10 to come back है बंदा है defender.
Reactions, look at the demeanor from KRU right now. We aired this morning that tweet from Sadak that he said he was nervous going into their first match. That he wanted the world to see what the team had been working on. That, you know, maybe wait on him a little, not being able to be there for kickoff, not being able to show off the hard work of this squad. But not only did they do it last week, they're showing up here against one of the most respected opponents in our league.
Ultimates.
The world champs at risk of dropping 0-2 this year. If something's going to change, it's going to have to come in the setup around these early fights. NRG cannot afford to continue losing them.
Chat. ये वापस spam करके मारेगा डांटे देखना. बच गया.
He's got too many kills with that spam this time. Dante will be denied it and finally
डांटे को हाय बोलने के मारा बोलता है अरे बेशरम.
Forces Dante all the way back, but him not sticking around means it's still an even number game. A Nightfall actually catches, and they have to know that Mata is down here now. Prowler gives them exact information. NRG playing through mid. A leg spotted. Now Scuba on the lurk. That's his kill. Wow. That's his two. All of a sudden, Mata up into heaven. NRG advancing, but NRG don't have the spike. They're going to have to go back and pick that up with an Omen ult or something. And it means that this round comes to a screeching halt. Spike finally secured, and now Sonic falls down too. NRG do have this site. Unless Silence can pull something off. Covered up by the smoke for now.
30 seconds left.
Will fall away.
If nothing else, doing damage is big here for KRU.
Is that a Jijai? Oh, 5v3 है, okay. 5v2 है.
All the entrances locked down for now.
समझ गया गरुड़ा भाई.
Way back in
चकली
spawn
खाओ.
even.
You really want this round to be won cleanly for NRG. Start building something.
7-2 हो गया, 7-2 हो गया.
So Silence is just going to wait. Catch these players on the retreat. See if they can stop NRG from
भाई फिर इस दुनिया में
building this back together. That's one nice shot.
कोई ऐसा टीम है ही नहीं.
But won't make a world of difference at the end of the day. NRG are safe enough to get on out of there with the 4 guns, even upgrading off of the judge. Can maybe try to gain something back here to close out the half.
Yeah, very different theme there. NRG, I don't think it was a hugely different approach to the round, but it was a little more reserved, right, in the way that they actually fought for mid. They put that initial pressure, then re-fought with utility, and that time KRU had to respect it, had to back up. And that opened the door for KRU to do the thing they've been doing all half, which is go aggressive on extremities. And NRG got that punish from Scuba.
Yeah, that's the big payoff for me, is actually having some element of map control through a lurk. And payoff. Now NRG ready for a ramp dive. Paranoia.
He is here again.
To catch these 2 players, but the utility has changed. Utility is now hitting from NRG. That is the major difference. Kiko sent back. No more teleport into heaven, yet Mata still waiting on the other side of this wall. For now, KRU have all 5 players on the proper side of the map. Mata sending himself all the way in, actually turns it back around. KRU stalled this for now.
Luckily for NRG, KRU did not push through on an extremity this time. But they're sticking to their guns. Just go back to contain mid, trust the wall on B.
Yeah, this is where I'm nervous though.
The thing is that, yes, the util was good from NRG, but Dante used none of his. He has everything to refight off the next approach.
NRG are just going to try and bank off of some ultimates, it seems.
They can rethink, bro. Oh, Viper ने पीछे आने का sound दिया तो Neon rotate कर रही है.
It's up to Dante and MW to try and get in here and help him out. Silence.
ये नहीं मान रहा.
Getting pushed back into the corner, but MW has arrived. The wall wasn't even up. Players out in the open. Silence gets his on sight. Tries to lock it down as Dante steps into the fight. Time to adapt, trying to do something. Dante is here sliding forward, shut out of it. 25 seconds left to go. It's a 2-on-2 now. As Pit comes in and Ethan locks down the heaven.
What a round, unless it's a 1v2.
The swing list is here, and Scuba comes in from the same spot to take another.
Close to disaster for NRG. But Scuba gets the trade. And now a couple rounds built up in a row. Again, a better early approach here from NRG. They get the pressure and ramp. KRU flashed off this time, despite being in the right place, could not fight back in. I think the player that really won it was Ethan. Playing on that set, getting the punish on the player, swinging heaven as the pit went up. I think the round has a very different flavor if he doesn't find that.
Absolutely.
He's really been a light spot for them this game.
Well, NRG move back to a 1-3-1 for now. No chances to sprint through this pit in mid just yet. That creates an interesting problem that NRG need to solve. There's another Prowler if they want to move in, and that will be committed. No information gained. Dante in front of the stun. Dante into the corner, and the shorty delivers one. Now Les steps into it as well. KRU are so active inside the pit.
So good from Dante. He just jumped past the stun and got the shorty in. Time for the kill.
But look at B main. Brock is up out of the opening. Might have found a pathway.
हमारा defensive player है, आप निकाल के चड्डी फाड़ेगा देखो.
As KRU just keep marching down through mid. This is crazy how many times KRU have pushed through either mid or B main.
The key is, though, they've kept CT control, they've kept Heaven control, they're getting B main control. This is a full pinch. NRG have to break out.
Kiko needs something here, but he won't find it on the other side. Silence also waiting. Sends Brock right back into less. Crew have players everywhere. NRG feel overwhelmed, getting swarmed. And now Scuba feeling that breath on the back of his neck as well. Takes the off angle. Tries to hold it down, but it just won't matter. Les secures 3 kills into the round. And stops this half from
next time ape se bhi aoge to please tell zaruri yash. Thank you for 10.
Well, NRG was starting to get control. Well, they found the stall. It's back to the same.
Dinner bhai ne 40 rupees diya dekha. Prime Fnatic with Leo and Durke was very dominant.
The shorty in position to punish Mata. That's a pretty bold play to try and just disrespect that pit and get a kill.
True, bhai.
And that's the thing about playing.
Leo was a good gamer as well.
Positions, if you do not get the entry,
but bhai abhi ke date mein na yaar
to trade you.
वो danger players आ गए थे.
Absolutely relies on winning that first pick, and thus far it has been Dante dominating in that department.
Tough map for Mata.
Mata ke kitne kills hai?
Onto potentially weak B site. There goes Mata. Already into the back site. Quick escape out from Sonic as Les drops down and Ethan finds it. Dante into it as well as he's shut down through a smoke. This is a good entry.
Out of NRG.
Collecting on the first kills. That's Mata's
let's go first kill.
Gets it at the end of the half. The crowd is going wild for it too. Hold your breath. Silence has arrived into the fight. It's a 2-on-2. That kill might not amount to much as a seize.
Heaven se pick off kiya sab log ko. That's diabolical.
Crew.
Individual peaks lene ke bhai fir ye log.
Silence waiting for it. There is Brock. And now in the clutch, Mata will need another to take this round. He can't let this game slip away. A must-win round for NRG and for the duelist. Playing ring around the rosy, playing the gaming of time. And that'll be it for Mata. Making that noise, he's shut down. Is there time? I don't think so.
Oh my god.
I think Mata has done enough. He wins the round for NRG to close the half.
This is such a bad half for NRG.
Throw to ki usne.
He got his first kill in round 12.
क्या नाम है उनका?
Makes it winnable.
सामने वालों ने throw तो किया भाई.
To this team.
Crew ने.
Crew again, such a brutal team to deal with. Silence did a hell of a job to make that round possible.
1-12, bro. I'll take it.
It's a low bar, but you know what? He got the round
win. मैं new player हूँ कोई tips दे दो जी.
You can only go up from there. More to come
आपके लिए tip.
After halftime.
Like करो दोस्तों, share करो, subscribe करो. We are close to 5 million likes.
Red Bull gives you wings.
यार टेंस कमबैक बहुत इम्पैक्ट करेगा एज इन गेम प्ले एंड सोशल. हाँ ऑब्वियसली टेंस कमबैक बहुत ज्यादा इफेक्ट करेगा, लेकिन टेंस मुझे नहीं लगता कमबैक कर रहा है. टेंस घर पे बैठ रहा है, आराम से चिल कर रहा है, स्ट्रीम कर रहा है, और फिर अचानक से उसकी हेयर कट अपॉइंटमेंट होती है तो वो स्ट्रीम नहीं कर पाता है. फिर उसको शिशी करने में प्रॉब्लम आ रही रहती है तो वो भी अपॉइंटमेंट उसकी रहती है. भाई हमेशा उसकी एक ही स्टोरी देखता हूँ. हाय क्या अच्छे जगह पे रह रहे भाई ये लोग. देखो ना कितना रिच एरिया है. अबे ओले क्यों खिला रहा है उसको. ये कल देखा था शायद. यहाँ की जगह पे भी भर देना कुछ तो बनता है. अभी का टेम्परेरी बेडरूम सेटअप है. क्या बात है, लेट के आराम से भाई, तेरे बेड के ऊपर टीवी है, लाइफ तो तू जी रहा है मेरा भाई। बस एक माइक का एडिशन हो जाए एंड दैट्स एवरीथिंग आई नीड। मस्त मस्त मस्त। लॉजिटेक का अगर ले रहा है मेरे भाई तो कोड भी यूज करना मत भूलना, ठीक है ना अपना, तेरे को डिस्काउंट मिलेगा 10% एडिशनल। पाव गैंकी, पाव गैंकी, पाव के साथ पार्टी। डेंजर। Wait, match चालू हो गया, मैं क्या नशे में हूँ?
Here we go, those shots go wide. Oh no, Mada's out.
यार क्यों उतार के वो डैश किया?
Gets his mark.
Bro, what are they doing? These guys are flexing.
Shorty's on both sides, but Dante's better. Free clear is good though.
That was pretty. Scuba shot. Oh my god, I thought Dante had both for a second. Kiko controls the lurk on B. Player on A now seen by NRG. Ethan's down a little bit low in mid. A nice dink onto Les. Makes this one a little bit too far-fetched. A big pistol to win.
There's a diverging timeline where another pellet hits on that second shorty blast. And it's a 2-on-2 and KRU maybe wins it. Instead, there's NRG. Heads up. I mean, this was just pandemonium. Wow. Movement is so good. How do you hit that?
I like that.
I don't know.
Just completely halting his momentum. See Mada's crosshair when we were watching it, overshooting that neon on the second shot.
I've been shotgunned every single round, bro.
हाँ, से पहले मैप में वही कर रहा था तू. Check setup flex to brighten the mood. Okay, baby, I'll check. Hello, चार बदमाश.
Shotgun's broken. Don't check my inventory. Here now on the pistols. They can control this orb.
And, you know, it took a little different direction than how KRU is playing it, but it's the same idea there for NRG, right? You give that initial bit of space, and then you have a great play set up to refight back in. Get those trades. Something I'm looking to see throughout this half.
Fire round है ये NRG का.
NRG's spam game is crazy. Always hit the boxes. Now the Ares.
पर भाई slam machine. आराम. Oh my god! Dash and a right click.
Out of Dante.
Dash and a right click is nuts.
That's just with the classic in hand. Now
ये $2 का तुम्हारा tech माँ कसम.
Getting a little bit silly here. Los Angeles loving it for now. As you're right, Mimi, it does get better.
Yeah, I doubled the skills. Pretty great.
And somehow, NRG are within 2 rounds.
That feels crazy, given how bad this game was going for them.
Yeah, and it's not like they've just crushed both pistols. No, the pistols have been traded evenly.
Give me ecos!
He got some.
Shows you how effective, how strong this team is when your duelists having an off day. You can still keep it so competitive.
They have a mentality to never let that affect them. It's even Mata joking about it in the comms.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Yeah. Kiko left that gap there, so he could go for the jiggle. Just laid out by him.
I'm back. Good morning.
KRU have a gap of their own on that left side. Instead, having this orb allow you to scale into vents and punish a player set up there.
Teams got more creative over the years on split of how to use these early smokes in B main and in mid to give yourself some more favorable angles. But now NRG have no way of actually locking down B main with a smoke anymore. Fast lane comes in. Dante takes his time as the thorns a problem, and without the smoke, actually loving his life there. The slide in from Dante, but NRG were waiting for it firmly. Chance as Silence collects a couple of kills. Approach on the opposite side of pillar.
Oh my god, bro.
Out from Brock, and Mata will finish off another round.
That's a bonus round 1 for NRG, and the gap now narrows to 1.
And NRG aren't a team that's going for the FPX buys or anything like this. No. It's real bonus rounds from them.
I mean, look at the weapons they had. That's a stinger kill at range. A couple Guardians doing work as well.
Yeah, we're tracking the Neon with a Guardian. That's not easy.
Yeah. But a really great hold from them.
अभी नहीं देख सकता यश.
And I mean, those are the rounds that they have been losing, those chaotic team fights where it's a brawl on the site here. NRG really lock it down, thrive in that moment.
Mata's had enough of the shotgun. It's time to farm here with the Outlaw on the anti-eco. Sadak low HP just tracks him, man!
Low by
some fun. Enjoy his time. It's actually Brock who's going to be rolling down on the Odin.
For a guy who loves finding the scope, this is a bad composition, a bad meta to put it into with the amount of smokes, with the amount of neon play, without a real escape mechanism. Sadak's picked up that Outlaw.
Sees the barrel, doesn't quite matter. On the Stinger though, MW turns it into 2.
It's
an even round now. MW has a Phantom despite in heaven. No, don't take out your util, Ethan! We can't be letting that happen. Brock now must retake. And not even with his signature weapon.
Now after being a champ, no.
To win the Thrifty. Silence jams it up. Stalls Brock for a moment. Flash play, so Brock knows exactly where Silence should be. That clock is ticking, though. Brock is real slow on the reclear. Out into the open, Silence just faces him down. But this plant is good. There's just not enough time for this. Pulling Brock away from the spike. Brock didn't leave himself enough time to play the round. The Steel Garden collected this round for KRU out of nowhere.
That is an absolute disaster for NRG. KRU stole that round away, and it all starts at the beginning. The haunt into the spam to pick up the Outlaw. Tiaka going into main, knocks 2 players onto 10 HP. They still try to play for a crossfire. But you can see the pivotal moment there, right? Both those players low. Scuba whiffs a little, and without any health, no margin for error. And then this heartbreaking moment from Ethan. Really great work from Silence. Making that play to fight towards heaven. And holding on to control.
Smokes exchanged at the start of the round, but KRU are already in front of the B main. Don't know if they heard Kiko. Kiko is just quick into the site. Our KRU. Couple of teleports to instantly get into backhaul. See how far forward Sadak has planted himself.
But look at this lurk still from Silence. Holding it down in mid. Ready to re-push, and Sadak aggressive. They have to use util to try and shoo him away from spawn. That chews even more time.
That means there's less to use on the site. The Steel Garden used so shallowly. It doesn't hit anyone. Nightfall only catches 1 player in backside. What can Mata give us? Judge in hand, he's down low. The tethers, no one on NRG can actually play off of it. The counter util from KRU has stalled this out beautifully. NRG just stuck into the corner. Ethan will get his first. But when are they going for it? Are they even? They're calling for the save. NRG with 4 alive. Even numbers on the retake want nothing to do with KRU.
उन्होंने वाइस अल्ट कमिट किया ना ये राउंड में.
KRU now to double digits off that round. And the way that it happens. KRU getting that entry early on. It's often going to be Kiko alone on B jiggling. And it's the second time this half he's been caught. The first by Silence on a lurk. The second here from Dante on the neon.
कल हम लोग देख रहे थे ये जो कैमराज है ना ये कैमराज ये पूरे टोटल 10 है राइट. एक कैमरा 3.5 लाख का है. पूरा सेटअप वेटअप मिला के तो 4 लाख का तो होगा ही एक कैमरा.
I think as well because it was a fairly contact look stepping in there. There was still a seize ready to catch out those players. Might have even been the paranoia in the post fight too.
And I think the other key piece that really showed up the round was they had a refresh of the smokes. A sight smoke from the Omen and the orb coming back online. At that point, NRG had already used all of their tools, the paranoia, the Vice Flash, their kit from Fade. So they couldn't get through. They couldn't break these crossfires. And they felt like their only choice was to save.
Is that a Labrador chat?
On double digits. NRG have to deal with, I feel like they've seen a lot of crew lurking.
Is that a
Labrador? Ideas. They've seen contact plays that have also paid off. It's been a lot of different things that have been
skin line se puri
functional for crew.
40 लाख recover.
NRG has found the success has been those early rounds when they
मैं
were
उनको बोलूँगा please एक बार मुझे VCT stage पे जाने दो ना मेरे को एक important काम है.
Crew has done a little better job of creating more threats. That round, though, that was just straight up an anchor getting picked, and that kind of thing cannot be happening when you're playing light sites like this.
Out of the timeout, Crew, 5 players on to A. Early Odin spam from Brock, but he's pushed back now up into heaven. Ethan plays right down the center of the fast lane, still alive. With Mata in the corner spam, delay silence has the perfect read. It is only Brock. And it's not even for that long.
So dead.
Crew just ran over this site.
NRG is so cooked.
The Neon's running you down, creating the most pressure in the world. I mean, silence is so heads up. An attempt from Scuba.
Oh no, the timing of the smoke blooming.
Oh, क्या run down किए बे? मारा. भाई वो silence क्या मारा देखा तुम लोग ने?
He already knows it.
उसने tap दिया ला दो जन
Backs
को
away
बे.
on 15 health.
And somehow this save feels even worse than the last round. Only one gun carried over. Crew moving on to 11. Look, NRG have been in big pressure situations before, and granted, it's just week 2 here in Americas. But we've seen teams in previous years fall down early on and just be punished brutally by how condensed our season is. Right, you lose 2 games, all of a sudden, you're now in a situation where you're fighting for your playoff life, and you're not even going to get to do that with the benefit of a gun carried over.
And remember, 3rd place in Santiago, Masters 1. It's not guarantee you anything for Masters 2. Your ticket to London relies on how you play in this tournament.
बस मैं ये expect ज़रूर करूँगा कि बस वो चल जाए और उसके clicks चले बस.
It's been a long time since Sodak, since Les have been back to a global event. They want that so bad. They want to show that it was worth the wait. Worth not having this team here in kickoff to show out in stage 1.
Quick fight from NRG. Paranoia is out. Mata, though, got tethered up and pushed away. And now back in spawn of all things, there's an ult from Kiko. It seems NRG just trying to swarm down the map. Take back all control in the game. Settles down a bit. Sodak finding one of his own. But the spot Mata has wedged himself into. Really just squeezes down on where NRG can, or where Crew can go from here.
NRG got ran over when they played back. They make the play this time, but that's a judge.
Spike down.
Your only healthy player is now dead.
It was a cool look from NRG. The question is, how easy is that to replicate? How many other ideas do they have? You can try to run people down from different angles in the future, but Crew going to be poised for it now, you'd have to expect.
The mid pick was good.
Holds the line.
The mid pick was really good. Okay, Chad.
Both halves where the problem has been.
Okay, Chad. Will this be the round?
They're getting fought into. Crew just so good at winning those team fights. So I think trying to take the initiative is good, but the struggle is that this is a map where it's really hard to find those kinds of plays. You have to commit so heavily to fight into mains. And unless they're like all there, it's a map where it's pretty easy to back away and shy from that aggressive play and just exec the other side. Mid though, it's a bit easier to make your plays here. With a Viper's Pit and Mata spamming forward off of it. That'll lock down this avenue of approach.
Yeah, they want to put down that cover fire to make sure Scuba's safe to use that. It means they have quick rotates through mid always, and that's going to be very helpful to support Kiko on site. This time Kiko playing very passive with the paranoia. Falls away for the time being, but it looks like NRG want to drop on in. Brock is there on site. Shoulder on the wall, Dante heads him, sends him straight back.
They're flooding in. Oh, look at them. Look at the Omen. Wow.
Get one dropping down. NRG get another. It's mayhem on the B site.
The coverage there was so good to get Mata out.
Mata क्या निकला उधर से भाई?
Pushes onto the line. Sees the shoulder. Good for it too.
जिंदा कैसे ये?
strange-looking wall that ends up coming out, but it doesn't quite matter.
One Prowler, no paranoia. It's so hard to get past this scope.
Could be waiting for another cover, no. The Seas catches on to 2 as Ethan drops in.
Welcome to my world.
And the pit as well. Crew want to make sure this round goes their way. And Les has found the right corner to play on. Silence is there. Crew are 1 away from shutting down NRG.
Crew are abusing the anchors here. And this is rough from NRG. You see that KRU managed to get out, but his teammates are flooding in to try and help him at that same time. There weren't just enough bodies behind it to actually punish. They were fighting forward into what was already a Viper Molly, which was already a Neon fought up. And that fight's just too good for Crew.
4 in a row necessary for NRG.
3v4.
And all they can afford for Mata is a Bucky. It's a fight up in A main.
Oh my god, मेरे को लगा वो साइड रैप पे मारेगा भाई.
Decided better of it. Crew, they just mow down Ethan through the box.
He spam.
Oh no. NRG sent scattering.
Spike वो दे उधर ही छोड़ दिया.
Full control of heaven, full control of mid. At this point, Crew could strike from just about anywhere.
Look at Les. Been left on such a deep embed.
That is a ridiculous position to be in. That spot never gets cleared.
No, did NRG want to re-clear? Just a matter of when.
And he hears them all up in heaven too. There's 3 players just waiting for him.
अभी इसकी नल्ली दिख जाएगी ना लेकिन. No way, bro.
Now too. He's gonna see them all when the wall comes down. Only knows about the first one, and Mata will try to do something on the other side, but there's just too much in his way. Crew have brought it all the way down to 1. Kiko on the other side of it.
2-0, the champions.
Crew Visa.
2 बार back to back.
Stage 1.
NRG 2-0 kickoff. Nah, that's diabolical.
To an electric start. Crush Sentinels in week 1 and dismantle NRG in week 2. A flawless start for Crew.
This was worth the wait. Crew have showed up and delivered
Groups देखने दो
on
बे
the
एक बारी.
expectation set for this team. They've exceeded it. The world champions, the team that has been so strong in America, is felled by a team in their 2nd official match. And look to Sadak and Les, that duo that won the inaugural trophy here in the Americas. You also have to look to the rest of these players getting this chance. Most of them have played before. You saw Silence, you saw Dante last year.
Chat, qualify कितनी teams होने वाली है आगे? 8 होती है ना? भाई ये group है एक. Imagine. ये एक group है और ये एक group है. Can you guys literally imagine, bro, how tough this shit is?
In and crushing to start it off. All of a sudden, this is a team that is fighting it out for the top of their group. This team is a threat come the postseason 2.
तो इसी बात पे
There's a lot of discussions
अपन Sentinels का
around
match
Brazil,
देखेंगे
around Latin America, around if their teams could come back and actually show up. We've had a year and a half of dominance from NRG,
जी के लिए
from
बहुत टफ है. जी का अगला गेम पेपर एक्स है, उसके अगला गेम नोंगशिम है.
Of this region, right here, Crew, Leviathan, these are the squads that are knocking down the Giants. These are the squads that are flawless to start. It's so cool to see. And the way that they did it was just outrageous. This was an absolute dismantling of NRG.
It was glorious, honestly, the way that Dante was winning out in these early fights and the clinic Les was putting on in the late rounds too.
For NRG, it puts big questions for them now. There's real risk of missing London unless they can shore up, clean the rest of this group, and turn things around. They're a resilient team. This is a different way to start a season.
You already know there's going to be a lot of talk about what the right direction is going to be for NRG. There already was after just 1 week of play.
And this was a new direction. This was them changing up. It was close on map 1. But this was dominant. This was a clean game from KRU. And you see on their faces what it means.
New feelings. Feelings they haven't had in a while. For certainly for a lot of those players on the stage. It's been a pleasure to watch what KRU have been able to do here. Ethan's going to be looking ahead to next week's games as well as the rest of NRG. But honestly, that's enough from us up here. We're going to be jumping down onto the floor with Elizabeth for the Verizon post-match interview.
Thank you so much, Ender and Mimi. And yes, I'm none other than the IGL Sadak of KRU Visa. Yes, salute, because, sir, what a game from you two. 2-0ing the current world champions. We were just talking a little bit before this interview, and you said you're having so much fun with these guys. You're laughing when we see on the player cams, you know, making gestures, smiling and laughing. Talk to me about those intangibles, about playing with the team that you can joke and laugh with in those moments.
I mean, for us, getting here was really hard, so we focused a lot on team building, which was really the only thing we could do, to be honest. And yeah, just find them amazing, super funny, and they have this Latin America intensity and power that I love. So it's really easy for me to have fun with them.
Well, this is our second time seeing your team, right? We saw the sub roster. Love our Winthrop boys who stepped in, but also, you know, the second time we're seeing you guys in stage 1. I would love to hear how you think you improved from week 1 to week 2, because you slammed week 1 and you've absolutely slam dunked week 2.
I think we're focusing a lot on trying to understand what the meta is right now. To be honest, this couple of weeks have been really tough on us because we have to change a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are actually finding ourselves. This week was really important for us because we struggled a little bit, but then at the last days we kind of like found our footing, I would say. Yeah. So yeah, I'm happy about that, to be honest.
I'm glad you brought up the meta and the changes, because when I spoke to your coach, he said, you know, we think they're going to anti-strat, so we're going to get creative. As the leader and having to help come up with those plans, is it, you know, do you think they're going to hit a ceiling, like you have to stop being creative at a certain point, or you just have to keep on going?
To be honest, creativity doesn't have a limit. It has a limit if you think it has a limit, right? And having teammates that can actually play by your imagination is really cool, you know, because you can be like super imaginative, but your team doesn't know what to do, how to do it. So yeah.
Oh, thank you so much, Sadak. We're going to take a bit of a break, but stay right there because it's the Battle of North America, 100 Thieves versus Sentinels next.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
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 The human body was built to move, not trapped at a desk in one singular posture for 12 hours a day. It's time your chair evolved. This is Secret Lab Titan Evo. Ergonomically engineered for you, gamers, hybrid workers, artists, backing your every move.
और जेरविन बाजी खेलने वाले और शायद जेरविन बहुत डेंजर प्लेयर है क्या इतना क्यों हाइप की है पब्लिक उसको या सिर्फ इंडियन है इसलिए पब्लिक को पसंद है मतलब इंडियन ओरिजिन है इसलिए पब्लिक को थोड़ा उसके बार उसके लिए ये प्यार है सेन और जेंजी लिटरली सीएसके एमआई बन गए थे मास्टर्स मैड्रिड के टाइम राइवलरी के मामले में 2400 DPI में बेस्ट एनसी क्या होगी 0.2 0.1 0.2 0.15. वाह. Kafia pio, आओ kafia. Bro, what a banger game today, yaar.
Strength is that they already have like a good core for such a long time, like Asuna, Cryocells.
2v2 though. Spike will go down. Cryo picks up the last two with the Phantom.
Now Bang is back. He already played with them, and they have like two good rookies that were like destroying on the tier 2.
I think it's just going to be a classic super rowdy match because in the Sen Thieves rivalry.
Bang यहाँ पे आ गया.
I know they have like Cortesia is like a really hype guy, so it'll make it fun to be able to like see if he stands up and yells at us. It'll be a fun time.
Very dangerous for Sentinels. Orban bite right in front, or one of the other on the shoulder shot. What a nice little peek by Cortesia there.
And in terms of like a face-to-face, I think we have better pieces. Like I actually respect them. I feel that they are good players, but I just believe more in my team. I believe more in our like individual.
It's more on them to figure out their identity. I think they're still learning a lot about their new players. And I think for us, we're a lot more locked in and realize what our strengths and weaknesses are. So I'm happy about that, and I think it'll give us the advantage in the matchup.
मजाक भी नहीं कर रहा हूँ.
Welcome back, everyone, to VCT Americas and our final match of the week. It's going to be an NA Cloud battle between 100 Thieves and Sentinels.
Are they even doing that?
You guys having fun out there? A little unity.
We were just inspired by Asuna and Cryo. And
okay, so you just wanted to be a part of it.
She also just said I'm the Asuna to her Cryo. So
oh, that's so. So what does that make?
She won't admit it live, but she did.
Right. So,
this guy, unbelievable. Now.
टाइम पास चल रहा है इनका.
So we'll have these two players going toe-to-toe against each other. I swear, people are going to be the death of me. I'm pretty confident that's how it's going to end. So we got Redux playing the Jet, Vor playing the Sova. Let's go ahead and watch this. But yeah, well, you know, excited about this matchup. It was interesting also to hear the hype video and hear, you know,
oh my God, Redux is trying hard for the veto,
to find their identity. This is we're going to talk about a little bit more later on, but they're finally getting their full team together here.
5-0?
And we saw a crew how big that was for them to be able to play on the stage with their squad.
I mean, this is the first time we're seeing them with their full roster
since 5-0.
all those
bro, wait, 5-0.
So it's going to be really interesting to see kind of what they've cooked up with considerably a little bit of time, and Redux actually defeats Vora 5-0, which is insane.
Okay, all right.
This is like
Hey, yo!
I'm
I
crazy.
wasn't ready for that one. What happened there?
Never mind, dude.
It went so fast. I wasn't ready for that. Of course, so 100 Thieves was the only NA team to get a big win during the NA bloodbath last week. And look, they were easily able to take down Evil Geniuses. And this is a squad that I think coming into stage 1, we had high hopes for. They look good. You know, yes, they were not able to qualify for Santiago, but what we saw was a team that very much could have.
All these years we've seen the changes that 100 Thieves makes, and it feels like this is the strongest one and the one with the most potential. I feel like Timotina right now has the potential to be a superstar, not only for the team, but for Americas in general. It has been really cool to see, and the real test was,
okay, भाई बहुत वाइब है ना बंदा.
What is?
अबे नाचा नहीं, नाचता है वो. गणपति बप्पा रखे इसलिए कुछ बोल रहा नहीं हूं, बाकी तू समझ जा मेरे भाई, ठीक है ना. हन खच कर दूं तेरा मैं.
It's a Shih Tzu, bro. Oh, okay, it's a Shih Tzu. That's nice. और भाई तेरा डॉगी कौन से ब्रीड का भाई? भाई इंपोर्टेड ला चाइना का शिजू. ओ एडचो शिजू है.
उसको चमाट क्यों मार रहा है तू भाई? ये क्या ब्रो? ए क्या भारी सेटअप है भाई. लाले लाल पाशा सेटअप. लाले लाल पाशा सेटअप. भाई रात में मेरा हो जाता है देखो. I look cooked, bro. I look cooked. Cooked कमाल दा. चलो पीटा, इसने उसको पीटा। ये पढ़ाई के नाम पर गेमिंग पीसी लेकर ऐसे गेम्स खेलते हैं। हाँ एकदम सही बोला भाई तूने। मदार मैं कोडिंग करूंगा, लैंग्वेज सीखूंगा, नहीं लैंग्वेज, पाइथन लैंग्वेज। मदार भाई आईपीएल चालू है लेकिन आईपीएल का फील नहीं आ रहा यार। कल मुंबई की मैच है, मुंबई जीटी। कल भी अगर मुंबई हारी तो I guess bro, I guess I should stop watching sports for this year bro. Jervin is overrated इस बंदे ने लिखा है। Is this true or false? मुंबई कल 100% जीतेगी, मेरा नाम देख लो, कल आऊंगा। पुणे कब पता नहीं। भाई मुंबई कॉमिक कॉन कब है चैट? अच्छा भाई मॉनिटर गिफ्ट कर दो। अर कैसे ऐसे हुआ रे? वाइपर को वॉलपेपर रखा ना मेरे भाई तूने, तबाही मचाती वो तो। उलमीन डब्ल्यू किड पे एस स्नैप ये बनाता है स्ट्रीक। वो स्ट्रीक टूट जाएगी जल्दी से जल्दी। स्नैप भेज, वो जल्दी स्नैप भेज भाई, स्ट्रीक टूट जाएगी। क्या कर रहा है? वो स्ट्रीक टूटेगी यार।
For 100 Thieves. I'm not going to delve too much into that, but I think the players and the coaches, we all understand what it means, like, you know, playing off each other properly, communicating properly, positioning ourselves properly, just understanding our protocols and all the effort we put into our practice. That's what playing our game is in 100 Thieves.
All right, well, best of luck today.
And I actually think that is a very notable thing to point out here, right? Because there's nothing to go off of.
कोई चैट मेरे को एक चीज कंफर्म करके बताओ, क्या बुमराह ने अब तक एक भी विकेट ही नहीं ली है?
Brings us over to the Sentinels, who had their week 1 plans completely upended, as we had noted. But the good news is, Jervin is here, and he is going to be playing with the squad. Again, Dan, it didn't go the way that they would have wanted it to go, especially the start of stage 1. But now Sen fans should be breathing a little sigh of relief. But don't get too ahead of yourself yet.
I feel like everybody was already a little bit negative on Sentinels because of this opening, and I understand it's a few of the things that can happen when you have to sub somebody in, and I know that doesn't mean that the game plan is going to change completely. And we do see a little bit of what we're going to continue to see most likely, but I think the Sentinels that we saw before.
Last मैच में ऐसा कुछ हुआ क्या कि बुमराह बोल रहा था कि ऐसी ऐसी फील्डिंग लगा और पांड्या बोल रहा था नहीं ऐसी लगा, तो फिर बुमराह भड़क गया उस पे, ऐसा कुछ हुआ क्या?
Comms, and it felt like everything was just chaotic, and I think
people
don't realize how much of an effect that has on you as a team. You're struggling with some of the core things.
ऐसा हुआ था बट भड़का नहीं। अच्छा, no wickets in 19 overs. 19 overs? Oh my god. बुमराह aggressive हुआ था बहुत, he wasn't satisfied. Shit bey, that's sad.
On the rookie Jerwin and his Sentinels debut. Let's send it over to Elizabeth.
Last month, the VCT world was focused on the thrilling competition at Masters Santiago. But for Sentinels fans, the real drama was here at home. One topic was the question on everyone's lips. It was the focus of endless speculation. It was fresh meat for clout-chasing leakers. Is TENS really coming back? The rumors were unfounded. And it turns out the newest resident of Sen City is Jerwin. And if you're not following the Tier 2 scene, you might be wondering why he got picked up by such a high-profile organization. Jerwin may not have the same kind of hype that we saw when Tier 2 players like Mata, Redux, and Timotino arrived in VCT Americas, but he has definitely proven his worth. He put up solid numbers as a duelist for the past 2 years with Trust and Plug and SAD Esports, and helped bring the ladder to a 3rd place finish in Challengers. He's a team-oriented duelist that makes space for his teammates. Jerwin is not a replacement for TenZ, and he was never supposed to be. He is a young player that's still on the rise with room to grow, but he's going to do it under the brightest of lights. Sentinels believe he's ready for the challenge, and maybe all this pressure will create a diamond.
उसको उठाया सेंटिनल्स ने.
This is great, but I want to tell you guys the real reason why Sentinels is going to win today and why Jerwin is the GOAT.
Okay,
are you ready?
okay, all right.
I'm ready. You guys remember when there was a team called Trust and Plug that everybody was making fun of Thieves because they lost against Trust and Plug? Guess who was in that team? It was Jerwin.
No.
Oh my God.
It was Jerwin.
Shocker.
People don't remember that.
Yeah.
100 Thieves, everybody was making fun of him for the longest time. Jerwin is so good, mind you. In Challengers, in Stage 1, he had the most opening kills than anybody else, and he didn't even win the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's something that we haven't seen yet, but my only concern is as long as he's comfortable on stage, he should be good.
I think my thing is, Athena, and this is a lot to ask for him, but he's coming into this as the duelist. So, as we know in this league, duelists tend to have a lot of that spotlight, so there's naturally just going to be a ton of pressure on him. Is he the type of player that can meet that moment, or is it something where we're just going to need a little bit more time in the oven for this because, you know, it's coming into this one week 2.
I mean, for me, I've obviously been on a team before, and I've been in that situation where we had a new player. For me personally, I've constantly given them the benefit of the doubt, knowing that they need a little bit of time to adjust. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's what happened with Jerwin, or what is going to happen with Jerwin. But at the same time, obviously everyone's expectations are high.
Let's see what happens.
You need to remember, they have been scrimming with him. It's not like he's just coming in and he's just there all of a sudden, and this is the first time they're playing with him. They have had all these scrims in order to make a game plan and ensure that he feels comfortable. But going into this 100 Thieves, picking that Haven, I think that makes a lot of sense based on their success last week when they played against EG. They were just so fluid on the map. Their defense was really solid, and I think that's where KRU really shone.
Yeah, and early on, even on that attack side, I thought it was really impressive, but now they're going to switch it up just a little bit.
Of course, we'll see though.
Sentinels में 10 खेलने वाला है वो दीदी बोली ना.
The moment for Sentinels. It's a pressure-filled matchup. Good thing for him though, he's got some veterans up there, right? Champions, people who have had so much success, right? People who have lifted trophies as well. You know, like there is that support that's going to be in the server. But focusing on the rest of this Sentinels lineup, while we have a little bit of time here and we get ready with these agents, I am really wondering how this team continues to support and build around Jerwin, and then what does 100 Thieves do to try and shut him down and make this a really bad debut.
100 Thieves, they are bringing that same composition that we saw last week. They were really good at being really aggressive just to get those orbs for Timotino and have that as a win condition. So for Sentinels, that's going to be a key part of how they're going to stop 100 Thieves from getting some momentum going. But yeah, for Jerwin, he is a guy that is going to get a lot of those openings here on the attack side. And my question is how Jonapi is going to be supporting him. I know that Jonapi struggled a little bit in the last series, but that, you know, that's usually not the case.
Yeah, usually he's up there. He's ready, he's vocal, he's sending it, making sure that the player in front of him is ready to go. And I think in terms of support, he's been really good. Just interested to see how it goes, but I agree with you. I think their winning condition for Sentinels here is to shut down a lot of that aggression by Timo, by Asuna, and just making sure that they come in with confidence. I'm worried. I don't want them to be a little bit hesitant because against KRU last week, they were on that slower kind of game.
मुंबई इंडियंस को स्ट्रेटजी बदलना पड़ेगा. उनके पास सबसे स्ट्रांग टीम है, बस अच्छे से यूज नहीं कर पा रहे. तो बीटी में खेल रहे हैं सालों
kind of saw
वो ड्रेसिंग रूम में तो मतलब वो क्लिप जो देखा मैंने तो ट्विटर पे देखा मैंने उस दिन का मैच
do a really good job of kind of like corralling their opponents where they want them to go. But it's up to Sentinels, or it was up to Sentinels in that instance to like figure out how to like break out of that. And they just didn't have the tools to do so. Now maybe they do, but you mentioned
Jerwin कितना pressure में होगा to perform well as he came in for 10s. What do you mean he came in for 10s? 10s was never coming, bro.
But of course, folks, we have word that we
are ready to go. So
let's go ahead and get this show on the road. Send it over to your casters. Here's Bryn and Sideshow.
और 10 जाएगा 10 जाएगा.
Let's get this game started then. It is a historic matchup between these two squads. 100 Thieves and Sentinels. It goes all the way back to basically the dark days of Valorant, right?
Yeah.
All the way to the very beginning. And it's bound to be a good one, and it's bound to be a fantastic one. This rivalry between these two.
Which crosser is best, Dot or other? I mostly play with Dot.
I mean, when you look at the head-to-head record with these two teams, 15-5 all time in favor of Sentinels, but
next stage तक आ सकता है, कुछ नहीं आएगा भाई वो.
They did, yeah.
This year, 2026, maybe a new start for 100 Thieves, because they have looked like the better team, to be honest with you, this year. And I think that most people would expect them to be the favorites. The Thieves look like they were one of those dark horse teams that might have had a shot to make it to Santiago.
Attack करिए Sen.
Well, here's a scrap early on, up towards
First game जो मैं देख रहा हूँ Sen का ये बार.
Potentially being caught there, maybe on the cross. Do they know that they are close? Timotino going to be biding his time here, and he spotted all sorts of players and just waits for the right time to strike. Wow. Thieves, they just jump on him, pouncing on the chance.
Just one Omen flash and they're
into garage, so all that C space is going to be gathered up. One player towards the back, that's just Cryo, looking to hold them all the way. Back for now, biding his time, waiting for the team to regroup.
They're going to need some big shots out of Cortesia, for example. Go roaming into garage. They need to make a play here, Sen.
Yeah, proactivity is the name of the game, but it seems like 100 Thieves, maybe one step ahead of it. Though, the shot's just right there. Jonah P just dominating into that position, still lined up. And a collection of kills at the end of the day for 100 Thieves here. Puts them on the board nice and early with a pistol.
It's a nice anticipation of a really common pistol round from 100 Thieves. They've got a setup that explores, or rather counters the exploration towards B. They've got a trap play. You bait. Nobody looks
to 20,000 का giveaway चल रहा है. Description में rules दिए आप लोग.
A rough start for Joe.
बहुत easy rules है.
Going down instantly there as the first kill.
एक game wishlist करना है, उसको screenshot threads के post में डालना.
You know?
Yeah.
Because I think now there's been some conversation about 100 Thieves as to like, should they put Arsenal on the neon? Should they have Timotino on the neon? I like the way that they've currently got it set up, but range of opinions.
Yeah,
and Joen, he's hotly anticipated.
A lot of expectations behind this Sentinel squad, and they're playing like it. They've got themselves a bit of a force buy occurring. 4 players with Stingers.
Camera taken out.
Camera's getting broken early. That should be alarm bells ringing.
Good stun.
Making moves into the side. Joen diffs his adversary. Just with the Bucky. Molly up towards the top though.
Molly
overhead from 100 Thieves, but for now, waiting it out.
First magic
choosing to finish up towards C twice here. Bucky doesn't get the kill at close range.
Yeah, Joen's going to be pushed off there. He needs the rest of his team, I think, to try and hold this one back, because now it's evened out.
The Stingers are really good in these positions, though.
They definitely are. A lot on the shoulders of some of these players that are flash forwards. Just trying to redirect the aim there, but the Stingers eventually getting a few kills back. Traded out eventually, but now just Laura left alone to do it all. Sentinels, the force works out in their favor.
Force kiye the Sen ne. And they won it.
Very happy about that one. Got themselves into a position where they could, and maybe even use the ideas from the previous round. Oh, it looks like 100 Thieves are playing C a little weak here. We can get onto site with these lighter weapons, get into post-plant positions at close range. Even with the near sight, with the recoil going all over the place, Redux was still able to get value.
100 Thieves now knocked down into that eco. Yeah, stack and group up towards that A lobby.
Looking to take a little bit of a trap over on the A side of the map. Playing C for retake again here. This has been a theme that Sen might be able to read into. Yeah, Jonah P's already used a recon dart over there. Might have heard the cam go up, though I assume that was a pre-barrier cam.
And Sentinels just don't want to rush into anything here.
इनका NVIDIA का graphic नहीं है, वो क्या करेंगे? कैफे में जाके खेले.
Actually, quite a nice situation where there's a couple of players with light weaponry. For example, I don't mind if Jonah P goes walkabouts this round.
Yeah.
He's only got a stinger. You don't mind donating that too badly.
Take some risks. Maybe get a little bit closer to that ult.
Well, he's just droned and found that the whole of the C site is empty again. Joen wanders in.
Yeah, already spotting. I mean, there's a lot of presence down towards A short, so that's going to be surely the call to speed up over towards C. Timotino's going to be dropped. It's not going to be disappointed too much to him. He does have his ult for the next round.
Yeah, the next round's the important one. Here, the Sentinels have just got in super easily.
Yeah.
Jonah P will be looking for a kill here in the post plant as well, just to get his Hunter's Fury online. But Sen really should have identified a theme at this point that C has been playing for retake. I'd like to see 100 Thieves adjust that for the next round.
Yeah. Cryo is just begging somebody to walk into garage there, but it looks like very disciplined play from 100 Thieves.
Jonah P's gonna go walkabouts. Like, he wants to die or get a kill in this spot, so he doesn't mind contesting these players looking to die to spike.
Gets him one clip.
Smoke
in his face.
Go on, does he get one?
Garage में देखो ना उसकी fielding है. वो spike से नहीं वो तो spike से फटने ही जा रहा है.
It's still the right play even if you go down, so gotta send it. I reckon he takes one.
Well,
एक मारेगा.
He's gonna go for it. Takes out
one. Oh, never mind, वो एक भी नहीं मार पाएगा.
Little swing. Oh! All good.
There we go. He still gets his ult online. As we said, it's the correct decision to go for that. So now you get to see what the game plan is. Sentinels with John QT back in the IGL in seat. A big point of discussion for them heading into stage 1. How good is their read about what 100 Thieves have been up to here? It's been C for retake. And now Arsana's over there, and looking like he's pretty alone to begin. Vora might be able to provide some assistance, but this is a very weak hold again on the C side.
Yeah. Very spread in terms of the Sentinel util too. No real coverage over towards Garage. Sentinels though, throw a bit of that default A short utility. Now they're going to go exploring, looking for the rest of the map.
Yeah, looking to do something maybe a bit more standard on the bonus.
It's half armor. And a lot of these players, so German could definitely get some resist by Timotino.
Oh, Timotino! अरे पाशा. अरे सबका ult था उसका वो ult walk किया. मैं देखा नहीं उसका ult चालू है.
Yeah, well, he was deliberately keeping it very silent, wasn't he?
Yeah. Intriguing.
Try that.
That'll be why Sentinels were just sitting all the way back here, still looking to square up once more. Jerwin!
दो मारा Jerwin. Damn.
Timotino and Vora dropped at a moment's notice here. Asuna now. Horrible spot to be in like that. Jumping Neon into your face. Completely disrupted. Sentinels allowed to clean up the rest.
Good movement from Jerwin as well there. Getting in behind his wall, jumping around, playing in the second player. Get a replay of those 2 kills in Garage too. You were pointing it out. There was a lot of light armors on 100 Thieves. Can't really get away with that. I mean, maybe they're thinking we can get away with that more on the defense side because you're unlikely to be running the Outlaw as much on attack, but Jerwin gives a big punish for that, and it's a fantastic start to the game from Sentinels.
Yeah. They're off to an amazing lead, even off the back of losing that pistol around the Force. Just fully keeping that momentum going now.
And we've just seen their week 1 opponents, KRU, come out with a massive win over NRG. So that already might have started to alter people's calculus of how good Sentinels looked in week 1.
Listen, there's one thing about the Sentinels fan base.
What?
Overreacting.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I could say a few more things.
I mean, people, they like to call for people's heads often.
But, I mean, Sen were also in a really tough position last week, weren't they?
They were. I mean, they were playing with a sub.
They were playing with a sub.
Yeah.
Jonah P's mouse wasn't plugged in.
Mako's mouse pad was missing.
Yeah.
We were in chaos.
Yeah, we were in chaos.
There's one for the old heads. Yeah.
But if they can come out with a really nice victory today against 100 Thieves, a team that a lot of people have got eyes on as like one of those dark horse squads with potential. I think that's a massive victory.
Redux or Ishan Gishan, क्या हो रहा है?
Group has already shown.
And I can tell you, what more cares about whether they're better or 100 Thieves.
Yes,
I think the fans do too. Both of these orgs have
भाई पहले walk भी आता था क्या बंठन के एकदम भाई jacket
में. I would say like similar portions.
ना जल्दी time out हाँ.
And Senna's.
By round आ रहे हो लोग dominate हो गए by round.
We were saying 15-5. The long-term head-to-head between these teams. Obviously,
Indian origin
super different rosters though. 100 Thieves actually looking more similar, if anything, compared to the past.
Absolutely. Time out taken for 100 Thieves though. They need to make some adjustments here. They're losing a lot of control of the rest of the map. In that instance, they had nothing in Garage, right? No Sentinel util at all, so they had to go exploring, putting their bodies on the line for it, and German happy to snap them up. They have forced together a bit of a semblance of a buy, but...
It's light armors everywhere again.
Yeah, again.
Yes, this should this is a nice spot.
They'll be happy to know, though, Sentinels. Not really thinking about that. There's no outlaws in play for them.
No, they upgraded to full rifles at this point. And they're still reaping the rewards of being able to force up and win that round too.
Big ults. Jonah P's had this one for quite some time here.
That's an interesting.
Where did that one go?
Interesting stun lineup as well from Asuna. He's throwing the stun whilst playing short there. So he stuns into A lobby, but he's still got the judge ready to punish any kind of like fast short.
शांति से अभी इको तो नहीं है इनका लेकिन
trying to be used quite early here by Vora, looking to get a bit more information, understand what's happening here.
FIFA 26 का भी जर्सी लिए क्या नहीं अब तक बाहर मेसी वाला कल देख के आ दो अर्जेंटीना वाला सॉरी अर्जेंटीना अवे
very cautious so far, sitting at that minute mark.
Well, I think John specifically wants to try to find out how weak the C site is again. You know, you can see him walking up there, thinking about how far can I extend? Am I going to get punished? But Sentinels have told the IGL, hey, we're getting a ton of space for free over here at A-Long.
Dart broken just by the one player here, so now the fast lane's going to be going up. Doesn't give away too much now, but Vora's going to be overwhelmed at a moment's notice.
Wow!
What? You spoke too soon! I definitely did! Spins around 180s across the board and just absolutely dismisses the Sentinel approach.
John now,
30 seconds left. Can you pick up the pieces? Can you make something of it? But a spike is out of your grasp. Asuna, he's low here. Just a jiggle, baiting the shots through the box. Cortezia though eventually traded. Now it's up to John in a 1v3. Two players will back the sides. They're making noise in the process. 12 seconds remaining. He's got to get a bit of a move on here.
10 seconds.
Pressure.
एक शॉट भी आ रहा है ना. He can't do it. He can't do it. अगर ये किया तो मेरा नाम पद्दुरा.
Perfection. Bang. Plays to his win cons. By enter the picture too.
Beautiful finish there from Bang, who's been performing well for this 100 Thieves squad. Bounce between the two organizations. 7-1 right now. Shuts down John QT. Who was a juggernaut. Look at this play though from Vora.
How?
That is...
You
said he's going to get overwhelmed at some point because in theory Joan should be able to like pressure him from behind, the players in front.
Yeah.
He found the perfect timing to delete Joan and spin back to those other people trying to flood into his sight. Great anchoring from the Sova.
Now an adjustment of the Sentinel setup once more this time though. Sentinels set their sights over towards C. Garage at the same time, looking for a bit of a split in here.
First time we're seeing Bang anchor, which means paranoia to stop these players.
Thrown in spot Asuna though, he's looking to hunt down Jerwin!
Wow, Jerwin!
Still's traded, Bang! Instantly on it. Hunter's Fury though rips its way across. Wall to see if you can safely cross. Tabitino's being beamed down, barely alive! Yet it doesn't matter!
Bro, Cortezia.
Takes out Cortezia, plant down.
You gotta relax, mate.
So you're gonna be sticking this one here, and there's a game of timing.
Those are panic ho gaya shayad.
Brave maneuver already moving past it, but John gets his eye onto that backside position.
Good timing with that pick, 3v2.
The only player that they didn't know the position of. And John swings.
Vora ka ek kill mein ult hai.
Right to him. Potentially puts them into the winning spot and already 100 Thieves.
Bro, they are saving.
Different options perhaps. Back themselves up, but as that smoke fades, dissipates, Vora wins a fight.
Bro, ye bahut winnable hai.
Low as anything.
Ye bahut winnable hai. Oh my god.
Cryo beaming, locking on. Jonah P. One shock dart, already defused.
Kal tak pहुंचेगा Pasha तेरा.
What can he do from this spot? Damage done.
He's off.
Vora, it's a tap. He wants to pull Jonah P out into the open. Time. Vora down to the wire. It still drags it in the end.
उसने टैप नहीं कर. Oh my god, Jonah P को लगा उसने टाइमिंग दूर लिया.
That's 2 rounds back to back, where he has been the important player for 100 Thieves.
क्या आ गया Jonah P कुछ तो calculation किया. That was so close.
This is in a 2v3 disadvantaged situation that they brawl back in. And the Sen players are really working off each other's contact. Redux was 8 HP. I would expect him to be the player taking the contact and then John to swing off. But John was on an off angle, missed his shot, and basically everyone just plays their ones in that situation.
Yeah, perhaps a little bit of evidence there that Sentinels had a lot of scrim time with this full roster. Imagine they would still be practicing with German, but...
Yeah, you see Vora's positioning all the way back in spawn at this point. Yeah. He's looking to play off his ultimate if this is a pop into the B site. Trip gets broken early, so Vora's going to be on high alert. They've also got pretty good information here over towards A, 100 Thieves, so they're thinking very heavily about Garage and B finishes.
Yeah.
And now going for a bit of exploration with the drone.
Oh, drone se reveal ho gaya Cortezia.
Cortezia will break that.
They're playing default still.
So. Keeping 100 Thieves guessing.
You don't really want to let Sentinels into the site here. This is one where 100 Thieves should be trying to play more aggressive. If you let John get that pit down, it can be a disaster.
Bang, TP for info. Guess he knows when he was looking for. Flash forwards, John.
Good reaction.
Timing हो गया ना तीनों के साथ. But that उसका rough game चल रहा है क्या टीमों का?
It's going to be really quite difficult to deal with, but it just threatens to work.
सुना पहले clear कर देगा कोई है नहीं. Maybe not.
Forwards into the smoke. Anticipates that something is off about this 30 seconds, but not ready for the double face.
वो ready नहीं था.
From Sentinels.
They're really nice, both pushing into the smoke from opposite directions, makes it almost impossible for Bang to get both.
Good shot now.
Ult कर देना चाहिए. Go for this. Cryo, Vora, Asuna, massive player disadvantage, and that look opportunities for Cortezia. Yeah, he could absolutely be destroying them here.
Spot कर लिया,
already giving it up. They want to try and go for the save here, knowing though that their exits blocked off. Asuna really putting his body on the line here to see if he can play the rest of his team in, but more where that came from Cryo. Just battering his way through, all just to keep the guns alive.
Both of these Sentinel players, very strong aimers.
Best players है भाई.
Cortezia will be very happy about that one. Gets a kill, gets a death, lockdown online. Another tool for IGL John QB to play around here. And I think SEN have been doing a great job about getting into these sites. They've been in an enormously large amount of post-plant positions, and that's how you win rounds on the attack. John even with a funky play there, pitting in to create pressure B as his team's going in.
Watch your eye! There's that kill earlier.
Yeah. It's not a bad idea from Timotino either, but he just doesn't quite think about the close left corner.
Impeccable kill.
The only spot where John could be, where he gets the kill on Timotino before he gets flashed. NBS not very happy though.
Yeah. Solid position though for Sentinels.
Molly play कर रहा है देखो.
Coming into this matchup, swinging Timotino.
लेकिन late कर रहा है वो contact पे कर रहा है.
Straight through the gap there, lands onto little box.
I think he's hoping to hear the deployment of the turret on that headshot box.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's supposed to catch
red placement पे उसको करना था. ये तो आइडिया अच्छा है वैसे. लेकिन कॉम्पी में तो है. करके भाग जाता है.
But it's going to be broken instantly. Dart towards the back, Jerwin. Again, leading that charge for the rest of his team. Backside control, still there for 100 Thieves, but the second wave of things, Hunter's Fury forward with the flash.
And
a whole bunch of players collected. Oh, what a shot by Cortezia.
Oh my god, Sentinels
cooking. Enough to seal the deal.
100 Thieves शायद गंदा खेलती है, पता नहीं. That 100 Thieves गंदा खेल रही है या SEN cook कर रही है.
Just controlling that front portion of the site. They're even going to optimize in this spot. Keep the plant over to Jonah P. Get closer to that Hunter's Fury. Really clean stuff. The game plan from 100 Thieves is pretty simple, right? They're going to try to anchor heavily with Cryo. Timotino comes in to provide support. And then as Vora uses his Silver ultimate, you flash with it. And in theory, Timo can, you know, mop up some kills. Cryo can dive inside of a smoke and play aggressive. Cryo actually didn't push with Timotino. So that, I think, is something that 100 Thieves can work on. But also, Timo just kind of missed a bunch of the shots. Sentinels were all jumping around, movements really difficult to hit, and counter-spamming against him. Vora's been struggling for money this entire half.
Yeah.
And he's still only got 300 credits to his name.
He would like to keep the gun.
Yeah, this one's expensive.
For Sentinels, though, they don't have to worry about that one. Business is booming. They are perfectly happy to throw themselves against Vora, see if they can take that gun out of their hands. So far, it is looking pretty close to perfection for Sentinels.
It's really clean. It's quite a slow, controlled game that John is
playing. last round ult कर देता.
And it's giving them a lot of time to be able to work on the small details. John has got some really good counter spam there, and he was playing anti-flash. But I think, you know, 100 Thieves don't play that perfectly. I'd like Cryo to be a bit more connected with the play.
Sure.
Rusty Pasha, good morning.
Put Sentinels once more. Pretty good spot here. Opting into the Outlaw. Again, Jerwin tracking the money. He knows what's up. Adjustments across the board with the setup. There's no quite, not like an eco stack on the side of 100 Thieves here. They are still spread out.
Yeah, previous eco round, they were looking to gamble.
Wow, what a shot by Timotino. Okay.
Just looking to shoot.
Yeah, takes his one, gets out as well, so he doesn't overstay. In fact, he's going back towards A long. Stop though.
Chomar diya na bhai.
That shot too with the Outlaw.
Timo Gaming ult kar diya.
Eco mein. Okay. Gonna go for it. Doesn't seem
Diabolical.
The Phoenix ults from Teemo have been a little shocking actually in this half so far.
Walk करके ult कर रहा है, eco में ult कर रहा है. अरे पदोड़े.
They don't really have pivot options here. Has to land over towards A, and that's exactly where 100 Thieves are.
Whom are you supporting?
Molly is actually perfect timing onto that one. This is a lockdown.
Kari kaha gaya pata nahi.
He's looking to try and take this one entirely, but they are smoked off.
Asuna ne bhi ult pop kiya.
100 Thieves are opting in entirely here. Abundance of
Oh,
ults
20 seconds is here.
Clear these players out. No. Here holds it back. Still alive here now with the rifles. You can swing through and take these fights together. Chip down. Down to absolutely nothing at all, but Redux takes matters into his own hands, steps forwards, bang, and Cryo on their time. Spike drop down, lockdown will have to be respected. Waiting out the wall, 8 seconds remaining. And the plant down, surely Cortezia safe in a position like this. Tucked tight, so breathing room forward, but still the damage done. These players are weak, bang.
That was so
close. That high ground. Reveals his position, Joen is healthy. He might have to be the player to put a stop to all of this. Deep smoke, looking to see if he can track the corners, but combined,
I tried that. What a nice try for this eco.
Make sure to shut it all down.
Well, they make Sentinels sweat, but again, controlled actually, even in the chaos.
Timeout le liye 100 Thieves.
They had to go towards A. It was the stacked site, but Redux swinging through.
Crazy try tha.
He manages to mitigate some of that enormous pressure that Cortezia was under. And then Cortezia combines with Joen to close out the round. Better weapons, obviously.
Eco mein, haan na bhai.
100 Thieves invest a couple of ultimates too. The team one we were talking about ended up actually.
Oh, bade ults the bhai, bade ults.
Time you could argue that
Asuna ko agar value milta na kuch ult ka to ye round
the overdrive when things looked like they might be able to win just based on the clock. Don't mind it, but didn't work, and it's now going to set them back again as SEN. This next rifle round coming up is an opportunity for Sentinels to completely run away with this half. They're 6-3. If they get this, they're going to start chaining up to some more ults. They're going to start knocking the
expensive
down again. Yeah. And they're just going to run away with things. This is
good morning,
desperation for 100 Thieves, and that's why they've used their second timeout of the half already, of the map already.
Yep. For Sentinels, though, gotta say as well, given all the pressure that's on these players' shoulders, whether you think it's valid or not, they are performing well underneath all of it. You've got to imagine, off the back of that performance last week, you know, Joen coming in, he's got the world on his shoulders essentially to perform, but the whole team doing well.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're looking nicely structured, like they've got a good system. They all understand what their role is. I like the idea of putting Redux onto the Omen as well, because he's the second guy in here, really, isn't he? He's, I mean, I hesitate to say it, but he's your aggressive Omen player behind Joen, right? Where he's oh, little set play here, looking to try to punish Vora early with a paranoia.
Yeah, they are, but the rest of the pack is not really with this one. Pressure by Joen, looking to see as many players as possible. While the rest of them go over towards that C side, but
it's a crazy cook of a round.
It is shut down in a moment. It is gone a little bit topsy-turvy. Joen has a lot of space, but he doesn't know where these players could be in Cryo. That's good to account for that one. Ult immediately ripped off to get more of a semblance of what's going on in this round.
They're going to look to salvage things by ending up towards B. Pressure's on Asuna.
Yeah, certainly is. Wall up. Bullets fired. Jonah P steps forwards to be that first one in.
Pausing the round just to see if they can bait something out of 100 Thieves, but send that to make a play.
Oh my god, Asuna, what an angle, bro.
Just plucks Jonah P straight out of the picture. Jonah P.
Teemo with a good shot as well. Good round for 100 Thieves.
I think this round is a nice idea for Sentinels coming out of the tactical timeout. Throw something weird, something different, something fast. Knock off the tempo the 100 Thieves are expecting.
Yeah.
It just didn't work. I mean, the set play itself, a teleport over into this corner at the very beginning, and then you get a deep paranoia to try to punish in, and then your Omen goes and teleports across to the C site. They were cooking this round. This round, the coaches drew up something crazy.
Cortezia gonna try and find access to the C site. It is open, but in a 1v4, he would need a miracle. He's needing mistakes to be made here already. Blinded up. The protocol's in place here, so 100 Thieves.
मेरा वाईफाई 3 बजे से डाउन गया है
critically.
और अब फोन का हॉटस्पॉट भी चल रहा है.
And that's a really important one. The books, that means that their economy is going to be good for the rest of the half. What remains anyway. You know, there were still chances there, even when the round had gone askew. If Joen had been able to make a little more of his insert position at Graffiti. Either way.
Much better, guys. Let's go.
Yeah, you're not going to get around like that again, though. You know, that is not repeatable for 100 Thieves, because SEN are not going to be running set plays out of their strat book over and over and over again to end the half. Yeah. I can't imagine when they've been having so much success playing the slower default game.
Steve's still looking to cook up something.
I guess it's matching
out here to Matino. Maybe just looking to use that one off a couple of sound cues. But the timer ticks down regardless. Jerwin making presence. Shock darts across the map there. That's going to clear that trip in front B.
100 Thieves have already put 2 bodies, though, in this area. And Timo goes re-exploring, so they know now, especially with the drone, that things are ending towards A. Timo might have
Indian player, Indian origin
guy. He's back.
Yeah, there is. Whole team, though. Sentinel's going to be keeping their eyes trained on this A site now, but they've got to try and dissect most of this site up. The smoke's already causing issues for them. KRU trying to dominate it now. Yuri! Whoa! What a position!
Bro, that was the first time Jonah P dikhai pure game mein.
And KRU eventually
that was the first time Jonah P dikhai pure game mein.
He's trying to activate onto the flank. Got past the turret. They have to be aware of this one here. Plant fallback site, knowing that the flank is compromised. Timotino, deep flash, and crossfire setup is there. Jonah P, what a round!
Triple kill for him with a beautiful ultimate. He might be in a different jersey, but don't forget the name. This guy is one of the best players on supportive roles that we have in Americas. He was phenomenal in previous years, setting up that G2 squad. And I think he's been critical for them today as well.
मेरा एग्जाम में 7 बजे कुछ नहीं पढ़ा अच्छी बात है
And there with a big round.
This big as well, Jonah P shaking off that previous map that we saw. There's one more round left to play for. We're not in that. Listen, it's not a halftime just yet. Still got one more. Let's not cut it off too early.
वही मैं सोचूं भाई मेरे को
already.
जीतने के बाद 8-4 हो गया.
One more chance at least.
Production क्या हो गया भाई तुमको क्यों नींद आ रही?
Pretty close surrender in the half. 100 Thieves running a similar defensive setup. Only Bang is at home, but Timotino can come and help. I like Bang as an anchor player. I think he would be able to hold on to any C pressure. But look, it does feel like SEN have got their run of this area of the map.
Yeah, definitely.
They don't feel under that much pressure going and walking towards grass and mid.
And Haven can be a playground for IGLs. Working the map, picking apart the util, shots through the door. Timotino in trouble, narrowly escaping death.
And all of this pressure towards mid and towards garage, and SEN are just walking down A long.
Yeah.
And this is Vora without a drone. We've seen a recon dart come over to gain a bit of information in A long before, but Thieves are leaving a lot of space here for SEN to do what they want. Run fakes.
Here, yeah, Jerwin
is going to try and pull attention. There are a lot of players on and it's working. Oh my god.
To the open, Timotino can't claim that kill. TP. Deep in, Redo's going to take that plant off. But twice against it, the shots through into that smoke. John QT opening up towards the A site.
But John QT मर जाएगा.
Again, but drifted in and out of the smoke. Asuna eventually catching his sightlines onto Joe. There's no time at all. Running back through to Matino. He can stay his ground here. Rest of the team following up. 100 Thieves get that 5th round to make it a little bit more even.
Now there are chances.
What a crazy situation.
6-7.
Great scenario for 100 Thieves to be pivot, to be agile. Timotino finally gets some big value out of an ultimate there towards the end as well. But that was a struggle of a half.
मस्ती में बातचीत नहीं कर रहा भाई बड़ा हो गया ऐसा लग रहा है.
7 big ones, mostly powered up. If you think all the way back from that second round force, it made a massive difference to their chances.
Let's go, boys! Let's go!
But Bang seems happy with their recovery.
Definitely recovered well. We're going to send it down over to the floor. Liz is standing by with some very special guests.
Thank you so much, Brennan Sideshow. And yes, I'm here in the co-stream booth. Some very special guests. It's Meili and Josh Secchi here joining me. Yes, give it up for both of them. You were talking a bit earlier. This is your first time in the Riot Games arena. Talk to me. What is it, the environment with the SEN fans and the 100 Thieves fans? This is the clout match of North America.
Yeah. It's very hype and exciting. Hearing everyone cheer, just like being actually here to just hear the crowd is very different than experiencing it at home on stream or something.
Now, some people at home might be recognizing you because when Mix was released, you were part of that content release, but we haven't seen him really a lot in competitive Valorant. Does that make you feel some kind of way? Do you miss him? Do you wish he was here?
Well, I didn't really picture him in, I guess, pro play as much because I feel like he's very crazy in comp, you know? So, I mean, I think it'd be cool to see it incorporated in a pro, but I don't know how that would work, to be honest.
Well, challenge for the teams out there. Now, Josh Secchi, congratulations on hitting Immortal recently. We love to see it. Yes, give it up for Josh for getting that done. That's something I haven't done. But, I mean, talk to me about being here in the Riot Games. You said this is your first time co-streaming here.
Yeah, I've played in show matches. I've been here a bunch. I've done a lot of activations with Riot, but I've never co-streamed. And I always love being at the venue because of the energy and just like everyone's so high. Woo!
Now, since you hit Immortal, can we see you playing anytime in Tier 2, Tier 3, even Tier 1?
Definitely not. I don't know about that, but yeah, hitting Immortal was pretty fun. Yeah.
Well, congratulations on that. Everyone get up for Melee and Josh Secchi one more time, but we have a very tight game to get back to, so I'm going to send it back to Brendan Sideshow.
Oh. Let's get to it. This is heating up between these two teams, isn't it? 7-5, 100 Thieves. They managed to recover quite well, despite, they won the pistol, but losing the follow-up often ends up being worse for that team. Sentinels definitely ran with it. They ran with all the advantages they had.
But still to be able to put 5 up on the board, really not bad. You can see why Bang was happy about the recovery of the squad.
Yeah.
Being able to put rounds 10 and 12 up there have helped their chances enormously. And I mean, you can see it on screen right now, the pistol round win rates. It's early, it's a tiny sample size, but hasn't looked great from SEN.
See them, 100 Thieves.
Funky little spot.
Yeah, this is interesting, isn't it? Yeah, a little pocket to play in.
Got to expect that 100 Thieves would be wary of that, though.
Across the map, though, they sent their sights over towards B for now. Farmbot's going to be broken. Just making moves all the way through, spotting out some presence. John QT. You have to peel back a little bit now into the B plant. There's no real pushback as they just lay claim to that link area. Sentinels perfectly happy to give them space. How do they play the retake now on Molly to try and at least clear the way? Out on a flash through. There's multiple layers on top of this. 100 Thieves are making it really uncomfortable for Sentinels. Don't let them get into a position where they can play that retake. They're already flooding through with the right reaction. Onto the site now. Tap. Again, looking for the signs of life, but as that smoke blooms, there was just a tiny windows of opportunity. Vora capitalizes straight away. Still taking up residency in this smoke, and time is now ticking. Being pulled out, glide to the side. Nice shots by retakes. Single-handedly, and they know where Vora was from earlier.
That's raw individual skill taking it across the line from SEN. 100 Thieves cooked up a brilliant pistol. They go over towards B, double flash, Paranoia and Phoenix flash to go and take some garage control afterwards. Cryo's in the perfect position to mop up any people
clean
Khelraay players. Yeah. And then you have 2 players just left alive for SEN who decide, oh, well, what if we just shoot them? what if we just kill them and win the retake? And you're not going to get a force on the side of 100 Thieves. So this will be a prime opportunity for Sentinels to start getting something going. And Joe picking up the Outlaw again. Already saw him with some success with that weapon.
Yeah, deep smoke. Propped up towards C long. Clear game plan by 100 Thieves. Probably going to be trying to build up to the ults. Yeah, Timotino. Try and get that Phoenix ult online.
You're expecting 100 Thieves comp to be doing a C default, or at least a C beginning default to start a lot of these rounds. Which means Joe should be able to get onto this line more easily than you might expect.
Yeah.
Then again, though, you don't want to go walkabouts too deep.
Too deep, and you're holding the wrong line. Meanwhile, the rest of the team trying to get themselves into the seaside here. Cortezia just trying to backpedal. Cryo taking them out. Cortezia, though, still towards the back of that side.
Oh my god, wow.
Arriving. Clean sweep, essentially.
So outlaw
they did pick up that gun,
pick up kiya.
Spikes out of his reach.
I mean, you know that he has an outlaw, so got a couple of players here that would die in one shot. They don't really want to take this fight.
No, Cortezia and Jonah P.
पता नहीं यार संविधान भाई.
Those are actually the 2 players most likely to take contact from C long now.
वो प्राइस रेंज में अच्छे माउसेस 2 ही है भाई. G1 O2 G2 O3 और यही है.
Seconds left. Off angle for Jonah P. It's going to be offered up onto the table here, but does take out Cryo, navigates the danger well.
Yeah, very well controlled by Sentinels. Been saying that for the whole game, basically. You put the Outlaw back in the hands of Joe. So gotta be full armor from 100 Thieves here. Especially when you're on the attack side, you just cannot afford to be walking into Joe.
Yeah.
So many spots around the map that the Neon op.
Ooh, I'm faster, Cryo. Sheesh.
The Neon op and the Neon Outlaw.
Sheesh, in 2026.
Tons of different spaces. Here, German looking to take it over towards C.
Yeah. Deep cam. Just 100 Thieves looking for a bit of control over towards A, over towards Garage. Poking, prodding, Asuna. Feeling like he has to probably do quite a bit in this spot. He's currently sitting at 5 and 12.
Very different Viper Wall here being used by John.
Yeah. Cutting it across.
Oh, short, bhai. Jervin ka outlaw acha hai, bhai.
Decapitating Vora on the cross.
Yeah, it turns out you can buy full armor all you like.
Doesn't really matter though. Still, they're going to look to lay claim once more to that Garage control. Posturing, taking control. Deep wall as well onto B. Cryo.
Where's that going?
Yeah. It goes into lobby.
He's a pinball wizard.
Yeah. And I was thinking might give some fake information. But obviously with the judge, you're going to be favored. Yeah. So, Redux. Happy to put a stop to that one. Even takes up residency into this. He's got to be aware. Cryo had all that space, probably calling for the rotations already. Picks up the gun though, he's made noise. Uh-oh. They're aware of it. Flash through!
Oh, he still
snaps
got
to the
one.
side.
That's crazy, why Redux.
By chance, or whatever you want to call it.
Bhai, young gang.
Works out for
Danger, yaar. Redux or ye Jervin.
Bang and Asuna. Plant is down, yes, but massive player disadvantage against Sentinels bonus here.
He's pretty difficult to retake with.
Bonus bhi haar gaye.
But yeah, you're right. Huge player advantage.
I'm going to see Jerwin immediately putting that wall up. Paranoia is going to be sent loose nice and early. Asuna dropped. Bang. He's got to do it all from a spot like this, but how do you contest with that? Sentinels converting the bonus.
And you're getting to see some of the flavor from this new guy, right? You're getting to see how he wants to pilot the Neon, how he wants to run it. Is he, you know, is he a scopes merchant? Well, he can certainly use them. Yeah. Is he down to use his movement abilities to play in his teammates? Absolutely.
John अभी वो lineup वाला है ना जिसने 16 lineups इनमें वो average Jonas था करे.
Thieves are now in a very tough spot.
What do you even do with the money?
This opening game, a reminder that 100 Thieves picked this map, by the way. They're normally really happy to play Haven.
Sentinels would have had a VOD to review 100 Thieves gameplay.
कोई मीटिंग चल रहा था मैम ने पूछ लिया ये किसके फोटो लगाया है बड़ा भाई है क्या हाँ बोल दी
Molly. Stun's going to be used to reciprocate immediately with that paranoia as well. Jerwin already walking up, Snappy with a second shot, and the team's got his back. Well trained.
Really nice to throw in an A-lobby crunch every now and then. They know that Cryo took deep contact over towards A-long. And now they're just trying to bully 100 Thieves and make them fear taking this area at the start of the round.
Oh, yeah.
You got to be proactive on your Haven defenses in the current meta. You can't just sit back all the time.
Cryo just with a stick
out.
Stick out Jerwin, but there's plenty more action where that came from. Sentinels, they know the spike's down here. Deep dart. Just attack. Redux, he is revealed, but again, the weaponry differential plays a part, and Redux happy to once more mop up towards the end. 11 rounds now for Sentinels.
If you're a Sen fan, I think you can be really happy about the overall vision of this team that they're showcasing today, right? They have a clear idea of how they want to play on Haven. And from the coaching staff down to the IGL and the more veteran players on Jonah, for example, like they are executing their idea of how they want to play here. They're the ones in control of the tempo. They're the ones that are putting the pressure on 100 Thieves constantly. And it's on 100 Thieves to answer. Timo, one away from getting his ult online. You might expect them to go for the C default again, pick up an orb. But instead they're looking to control any level of a walk down mid. And they're going to hear this op ringing out in short.
100 Thieves going to be happy to not move into that direction, but as the alarm bot is popped off, they hear that grass pressure. Hunter's Fury, Jonah P. Going fishing. No tags really, just a bit of damage onto Bang.
The defensive protocols though, looking decent.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Flame wall.
Breaks it.
Yeah, doing damage to the turret.
Yeah, that's cool.
He was using the wall earlier to try to break the lockdown. I mean, you see it.
You can do it.
Yeah, you see it with people breaking chamber tribs, breaking tribs from the cipher as well.
That's pretty good for it.
तुम लॉकडाउन तोड़ सकते हो वॉल से?
Do we see Timo play
ये नहीं पता था बंटा मेरे को.
Or do they want to play quietly and not give away to John?
They might want to walk all the way up as much as they possibly can. A lot of the util being cleared out. Now, steadily forwards up onto Plat. Junkie T was very much alone at running back his way out into the open, but no one else is going to be home here.
अबे इससे अल्ट नहीं हो रहा यार टीमों से.
Then we'll group up here, look to try and play this retake, but 4v5, you have an operator. Jerwin's hands does make it difficult.
Yeah, very tough. Should be 100 Thieves to take.
Truck darts flash forward.
How is he not blind?
Still. Cryo is able to contain and contest towards Garage, making it really quite uncomfortable. Courtesy with that instant trade out. Still that Odin, Jonah, and retakes are doing it all. Cryo, 1v2 now for him. Smoke propped up, defuse already half on the board. Retakes is sticking this one. Jonah P, swinging out, spraying down. It's barely salvaged by Cryo.
Cryo comes away with the Red Bull clutch, but I think if anything, it's just going to be beads of sweat, relief from 100 Thieves that they pulled that one across the line. They had themselves into a post-plant situation, players up, got the squeeze into Garage, everything is looking good. 3v5 and SEN somehow get it into a 2v1 with a smoke on the spike for the defuse.
Mistaken heroics from Cryo.
Yeah. Jonah gets baited a little bit into thinking that Cryo is pushing the smoke. But, you know, either way, that is way too close. Got to be able to close those rounds out cleaner, especially if you want to draw this back up to level.
Sentinels.
Pressure's
still going to be up in a position like this. 100 Thieves are looking to apply a little bit more. Seeing where it hurts, Courtesy. Just squares up, takes the fight straight up. It's a difficult one to win out, TP. Reinforcements arriving over towards the seaside. The entire team, essentially, over there, whilst you've lost control over towards B.
Yeah, this is nice from Bang, taking in the midst of the chaos space
he'll
be able to play his team into, but he's waiting for a smoke to come back online. There it is.
He just
blocks off
TP'd
the C
in backside,
connector.
okay.
Vora can look to play for the plant.
Yeah.
Could actually get spammed a little bit there from the A connector, but he gets away with it. No one there. No one home.
They're pushing this.
Immediately stepping inside. 100
they want to buy time for the flank guy.
If they're ready for it, Flash connects. 100 Thieves again fighting forwards. Two for nail. Really take this away to spam through the wall. Redux! Twisting and turning. Maybe just hearing that pressure from Cryo. And 100 Thieves now.
Very well played. Very well played.
They managed to scramble it together. It's a 4v5 spot. Really difficult one, but somehow piecing it.
Credit to Bang for that one, I think. To be able to have the presence of mind to take that space and just hold it, secure it for the team. I like this protocol that they've got of pushing the C connector with the flash. Bang didn't have the paranoia in this round, otherwise they might have gone for that as well. I said it was a nice idea on the pistol, it just didn't end up working. This time 100 Thieves finally close out an advantage round pretty cleanly. They're going to need more of those. And you've got to show more things that are working, because as good as that look is, where they plant B and then they push aggressive in the post plant, but more ideas than just that.
Yeah. So far as well, I mean, it has been pure heroics, being able to come back despite the player down scenario. Sentinels getting a lot of these first kills.
Shout out to you,
Maybe need to change the framework really of how we're thinking about it too. It's up to Sentinels as well to not lose grip of some of these rounds where they're getting an advantage.
Sure. I think, you know, both teams have been pretty happy scrapping back from disadvantaged situations. We almost saw Sentinels win a 3v5 retake on C.
That's true, yeah.
Sen are now going to have bad money though, and Ewoks called this timeout to figure out a game plan and push Sen up to map point. Spots like this, you've got to still have respect for your opponent and shut them out of the game. Maybe they've even got a thrifty idea to throw in there too. Oh, not even a thrifty. Are they going for a full force on this?
Yeah, they are. Okay.
Yeah, okay. I thought their money was worse than that, actually.
Get the Guardian in Jonah P's hands, but could be important.
Yeah, it's difficult to place over on defense without the drone, but they'll have to try to get posted up at A lobby maybe to make up for that.
Instantly, 100 Thieves. Garage is their goal, over towards C potentially now for the split. There's 100's Fury! Cortezia steps inside the fast lane, just gets the one before he's eventually traded, and the last burst of that will get the tag. Tail end of it, John bursted down at that 45 HP. The seaside is theirs.
Abhi save karenge
kya? Try and get that plant down and cement themselves into a post plant. Shock darts are going to be raining down, you've got to be careful of this.
Jonah got a huge amount of value with the Odin last time they were retaking C. He's only got a Guardian to work with, but he can still spam that box. Yeah. No one playing behind it right now. Timo.
Jumping around. Tino, he's just trying to step in front of most of this util, but players lying in wait. Finally smoke up. Dart needs to be dealt with. Stun now going forwards. Overdrive forwards, but that crossfire set up. It's just Bang, Cryo, all of them now looking towards his center site. Redux, TTP, trying to get really cheeky, but listen. Bang handles it.
But Bang won it.
Keep stringing together these rounds, 100 Thieves. They are bringing themselves back into it.
Yeah, and considering that wasn't an eco, Sen did force into this one. Jonah P, no drone and a Guardian. That's a huge piece for 100 Thieves to take. It's a tough side to retake when you don't have any flank pressure going on, no pressure coming through garage either. Cute play from Redux with the TP up top, but couldn't make it happen. The Smokes player on the other side, bang, dealing the death blow. 100 Thieves are scrapping back in. This is now 3 in a row, expected 4 in a row with looking at the money.
A lot of presence over towards A early. Just Asuna though.
Flash goated है भाई वो कुछ भी बोलो long के लिए.
Drone looking for information. Was this a long take real?
Oh, everybody hides.
He sees nothing, but they're not going to spread out too much just yet. Redux has got a Bucky in garage, and I mean, they can go for a little jiggle peek on C or something, but they're not going to commit bodies to C just yet. You've got to gamble when you're on an eco a little bit. Then again, they are leaving.
Peeling back all the way here. Wall goes down, and 100 Thieves are going to see how much space they can really get. Feels dangerous though. I mean, sure needs to be cleared.
They're almost playing a lockdown retake, but you can't be playing lockdown in a round like this. There's no way. Nah, it's insane.
They're doing it. Okay.
Why?
What? Sending it now. Like this, forcing the issue for 100 Thieves. Seeing if they can break 100 Thieves are really going to have to evacuate here, aren't they?
Bro, wow.
They broke it anyway.
They broke it anyway. With the wall flying over the wall and everything else. Bang. Really just sitting tight now. Sentinels going to be sending it flying forwards. Joe leading it still.
Oh my god, they won the round. Oh my god, how did they win the round?
Making you look silly. How did they win that? Your ass down is what Kortesy is saying.
Look at the weapons that they had on that retake. 2 sheriffs, a Bucky, odds and ends.
Yeah.
I think Jonah P had a pan in his hand. Walking around with pocket full of thimbles. Look at this.
Odds and ends, really. It's a Nanoswarm lineup.
I mean, Nanoswarm lineup is good. I think they should be aware of that and be looking to break it, but it's these kills coming through afterwards that are crazy.
100% success rate! Yo, you're...
They must be doing that in scrims.
I mean, presumably.
100% success rate. Yeah, lockdown retake with an eco weapons. Yeah, okay.
I mean, the lockdown didn't even get any value. It got broken. It was a really nice play by Timatino too.
It threw 100 Thieves in disarray, didn't it?
Well, it's thrown me in disarray. I can't believe they won. That's a crazy round. And now it's given the Sentinels so many more opportunities to get this over the line. Timatino fights it.
Yep. Rolling out a red carpet for the rest of the team. He does clear out most of the space over towards A Link. He's going to peel back, but now that Hunter's Fury was saved for a situation like this. A lot of damage. It's going to see his turret never dealt with. Spike drop down. Still haven't. You got to take care of it.
No respect for Timmy.
None at all. Makes him pay. Plant down now. 100 Thieves. Once more gearing up for that aggro play, but they've been doing this every time they've been planning towards B. Stun. Does Ricochet. Paranoia is good, but Asuna with that judge, okay, just makes the most of it. In their faces now, Jerwin looking to respond in kind. Through and through. Drunk QT, but they are smoked off now still. Neurofest reveals quite a bit. Cryo instant again with the trade. Stepping forwards off angles, lighting them up. And John with time ticking. Bullets fired, reveals position now. He knows that the time pressure is against him. I think Cryo's done enough. Round is coming straight down to the wire. John QT gets his one, gets the hell out, but it's 100 Thieves still alive in this map.
Yeah, 4 chances down to 3 for Sentinels. That is a very nice adaptation based on what they've shown previously. 2 rounds now after they've planted B, they've pushed the C connector. And Sen were ready for it. They had people in position. If we get a look on the minimap in the replay. Here's the real star of the round, I suppose. Oh, God. But in this situation, all of the players over towards C are waiting for that push. Yeah. They're waiting because they know that 100 Thieves want to push in the post plan. And instead, Asuna goes in the different direction. Goes over towards A, hard pushes to deal with the player on the A site, and then they can return. Good mix-up based on that earlier conditioning.
Loaded spam, what a flash and a swing! My God.
ध्यान नहीं दिया यार मैंने साला देख रहा फिर ध्यान नहीं लग रहा that means my brain is cooked.
One of the saving graces for 100 Thieves in a spot like this, but draws a bit of a stalemate.
Yeah, he only needs to control. It's Kortesy who wants to force that fight in order to even things. Good play by Cryo. Controls the area and now just plays the rest of his team in. They've got a drone here too.
Broken immediately. Footsteps going to be swiftly following behind this drone. They set their sights forwards. This wall does get funky. There's pockets to play in, so you can see, yeah,
City मूली भी डालना बहुत जरूरी है बनता है.
Unaware, but
बहुत अच्छा मूली है City का.
Plant down 2 with no real pushback.
जैसे अभी टीमों ने डाला.
Open sideline for him.
5v5 retake, 4v5 retake, 5v4 retake.
Missing the timer on that one ever so slightly, but they are being cut out. Seconds bled out of the clock here. Redux, a bit of spam, but he's taking chip damage in the process. Whole team now grouping up, seeing if they can gear up into this one, but they are smoked off.
Yeah, they're going to run out of time here. I mean, this has got to be a save for Sentinels. There are a couple of players without the money really to go for this as well. If they've been gifted a pick, if they've been given some level of opening, Sen would have attempted to capitalize, but as it's looking, man, that thrifty retake on A might be absolutely instrumental, because 100 Thieves are winning the majority of these attack rounds now.
Poor man save.
I mean, if we take a glimpse at the timeline at some point here, 100 Thieves bringing it up to 10, like you said. Now just 2 away from getting to OT.
Oh yeah, a timeout.
Sentinels. It's domination from them, but the back of, you know, forcing, winning a follow-up few rounds in the first half. Pistol round bonus conversion, and now second time are going to be used, because alarm bells, yeah, they're going to be ringing at this point.
Yeah, I think both of these teams on the defense side have been struggling a little bit with getting value out of any level of aggression on the other side of the map. So when you play defense on Haven, if the attacking team makes a huge amount of noise over towards A lobby and A long, maybe you'd look for a walk down C or a push out garage, something like that. You know, maybe a push down mid. If they're making a ton of reaction noise over towards garage, maybe you walk up and you try to take a more aggressive look at A lobby. These kind of plays, you saw Cortesia try to do it in the previous round, but he didn't quite find that kill on Cryo, had to back up. And what that leads is your defense ends up being a bit too spread because you can't figure out where they're headed, and you have to play retakes. Retakes are
Korea का नया टीम है, and ये सीजन में भी वो लोग अच्छा स्टार्ट किया, NRG को 2-0 हराया. और Lev, भाई Leviathan का कल का टीम, oh my god, what a game, bro.
Will allow you to lock off one of these lanes, and you might just be able to have him ult C
G2 का हराया 2-0.
and your body stacked on the other side of the map. We saw
banger match.
I haven't seen it in a while actually, but an ult on the A side that used to cover this kind
of
area
of the map.
I'm not sure what's possible, to be honest, because it make changes.
Yeah, the Viper pick got changed recently, so
yeah. The wall sails across regardless here for Sentinels. All they need is one. They invest fully into it. Shock dart, that's going to be doing potential.
Execution's not great with it either, though.
Yeah, it goes wide. Snakebite not really connecting either.
There's a version of that hit that I was talking about.
Yeah, but they're going to be sending it now off the back of it, looking to try and react. A couple of spam being used, hooked into the corners. Hoping that it's a bit of a safety net, but with John going down, so does the pit, blinded up. Jonah Pete managed to swing himself a position here into short, but being cleared down, but he's playing the rest of Sentinel all the way in. Redux cleaves through them. And now the crossfire set up forwards here needs to be dealt with. It's all Asenet on Cryo. One player, one man. What can he do? Spike retrieve, 1 minute left, but Jerwin needs to be dealt with. And he dismisses him entirely. 13-10. Sentinels, they do get the job done.
The rookie for Sen comes in. He's the first death in the entire map, but he's also
Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Jerwin. You're a good player, mate. Jerwin is a good player. Appreciate. I appreciate it. आजाए. अगला आप अगर कंटिन्यू कर रहे हो, देख रहे हो दोस्तों, तो जरूर देखना, लेकिन मैं कट लेता हूँ क्योंकि मुझे जाना है सोने, कि मुझे आ रही है फटे नींद. यस, मैं जाता हूँ. 2-0 होगा ये, देख लेना तुम. और कल 4 बजे करेंगे अपनी स्ट्रीम, रेगुलर स्ट्रीम. ऑलराइट, शीशी लगी है, मस्त शीशी करूंगा और सो जाऊंगा आराम से. जेरविन बैंड्रा किशान, ये क्या नाम है भाई? बाय बाय एवरीवन, सी या, पीस आउट, लव यू ऑल.